Because we're going to talk about brain aneurysms and how they scare the shit out of us.
And strokes and what was the other one?
Dissociative fugue.
Which I don't even know what
one?
the name of what that even is.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Dissociative fugue, it's a form of amnesia that could just hit you like whenever, and you kind of just disappear. Like, because you have two types of memory.
Yeah.
One memory is like stores your personality, everything that makes you you.
Right.
And the other memory is just how to do things, how to eat, how to walk, how to open a door.
Right.
Stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So when you go into a dissociative fugue, basically the how-to part of your brain takes over and you still function. So to people who don't know you, you'll still seem like a normal dude. If you go out for a jog like in the morning, like I do sometimes,
Right.
like people see me jogging, they won't think anything. I'm not stumbling over myself or nothing.
But like the other side, it's nothing.
But the other side is gone.
Just gone.
So you're just going through motions.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
What do you do when you go home?
So there's been some cases where
This is fascinating as hell.
There's been some cases where people who go into a dissociative fugue assume a completely different identity. And they'll introduce themselves as like Jacob Tremblay or something.
Like at their normal job, will they do this?
No, there's been cases.
So a lot of those
leave.
missing people, they have the. Oh my god! No, not what we're talking about.
Sorry, I was trying to go orange.
We're talking about strokes and aneurysms, and you do this.
Yeah, trying to give us a seizure.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was not the intention. I was trying to get orange. There you go, orange. I was trying to get spooky orange because it's Halloween times. That's what we're talking about. Spooky things. How's that blood pressure, fellas?
We're talking about adult spooky things.
Yeah, we're talking about adult spooky things like stroke,
high blood pressure, brain aneurysms.
No, man. Yeah. So essentially, what Walter White went through, but real.
Yeah, When you go through that, it's called a fugue state, and that's what they called it in Breaking Bad.
Right.
Oh my god!
But he faked it.
Yeah.
he faked it to sell meth. We're talking about just doing it for reals.
No.
And it doesn't even like hit like. He explained it away in the show as like sort of like a side effect from all the stress of chemo and not working, blah blah blah.
Right.
That's how he explained it away. You don't have to like have any of that.
Oh no!
You could just be
That's
like a
scary,
normal person.
man.
There's this lady that disappeared 3 times because of it. They still haven't found her this last time.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh no!
She gets it regularly.
She got it twice before, yeah.
Once is bad enough.
And then the third time, like
you can't afford
Bro,
it.
actually, after
They
the
still
second
haven't
time,
found her.
leave my ass gone.
I'm about to say after the second time.
Take me back.
I mean, you
My body is trying.
Right. We're just bye.
look. Your life can't afford for that to happen twice.
Right.
Like it just can't.
Yeah, first
Yeah.
time I'm evicted. Second time I'm repoed. What
the
else
first
is
time
there,
she
bro?
almost died.
They like
Right.
cancel them.
She
Well,
like almost drowned in I want to say the Hudson. It was in
my
New
God.
York. But yeah, she
Can you imagine
they found
having-
her like floating in the Hudson.
but
Oh, shit.
JJ, if you have one, but no one figures it out, so you're Jacob Tremblay, and then you have another one. So not only were you Jacob Tremblay, you went from Jacob Tremblay to a fucking Todd Ripley. Like you just.
You're
So-
like
so
Fred
that's-
Flintstone. Every time he gets hit in the head,
Yeah,
he assumes
so that just made it even more difficult for your loved ones to find.
So you're talking about double fugue state.
That sounds like a
movie.
That's a
That's a movie.
neo-noir like a son of a bitch, right?
Right. And the thing
Double fugue, yeah.
Double fugue. The other thing I'm thinking about is if
Jesus,
I
that's
can
terrifying.
If I go
you total recall yourself. Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you really do.
If I go into a fugue state, that guy don't have student loan debt, so leave me as that guy, right?
You know what you do, JJ? You Doctor Who yourself. That's exact. You kind of Doctor Whoing
Sounds
yourself.
like a sex act. Not gonna lie. I don't know what it would be, but it sounds like one.
Next episode, we come back. What is the Doctor Who?
Fair enough. Let us know in the chat what the
Yeah,
Doctor
let us know
Who.
what the
is.
Doctor Who.
Nah,
is.
I mean, I guess it's very similar in terms of why we fear it, but mine is a little more commonplace of Alzheimer's being something I genuinely fear.
Yeah.
I figure I won't be there when it happens. Like it'll happen to me, and it'll hurt everybody else because I have a family member that has it, and it's pretty terrifying. And it's not one I'm very close to,
Yeah.
but it's terrifying as shit knowing them what they were, what they are now.
Right.
And
then
so,
my aunt has it.
right, and so if I'm in that spot where it's like I'm just loony or I'm in an incapacitated state, I'm not there. So I won't be there. It'll be some other caricature.
You'll have moments,
right,
of being there,
and I'll be irate. But if you, hopefully, I'm one of those whimsical ones where it's like, give me that like mushroom over there, that little Mario mushroom. Like, this is my baby. Like, I want to be that old guy if I'm gonna do that.
You want someone
don't
that
want that.
you want.
My biggest dream is to be a crazy old man.
You want your life to be a dramedy at that point.
Yeah, like
an
The Notebook or
Oscar-worthy no, like Little Miss Sunshine or
something. Yeah,
with that tone. That's how you want.
Yeah, I need to be a whimsy elderly man with my ailments.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
Right. No. You're the lovable glue that holds this shitty family together.
You want to be Don Quixote and fight windmills?
Sure, he's a legend. I want a legend.
Yeah.
I don't approve of this.
I know. It's like,
that's gonna be it. No, when you get old, you deserve that.
Yeah,
to have your grandkids just be. I mean, like their lives are falling apart around them, but what's bringing them together? Whimsical Alzheimer grandpa Sammy.
No, see, by the way, Rito is like, okay, guys, this is too dark. Be funny, Nick. Be funny, clown. No, you listen to us joke about.
Clowns.
We talk about. Like, the one for me that scares me, like, because it's just in my family.
No, we just walked over Alzheimer's. You just took that over.
Alzheimer's is cool and whimsical. You can shut your mouth. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Not at all.
I was like, pull that back. I have an option here. Look, I watched this one, I believe it was a foreign movie, where it was this, like, long-standing, I think it was in, like, Spain, but he was a mathematician. Mm-hmm. Great at his craft. He was like, man, why you have me doing equations? Like, because he was doing like complex equations because the medical people were like, hey, just do them. We want to make sure you maintain your brain for as long as you can.
Right.
And then the entire movie, I'm not even kidding you, is just a 2-hour stint with watching someone go through Alzheimer's. And it's not as though it's overly dramatic or like they're downplaying things.
Right.
It's just watching. And I think that was the scariest.
Is it The Father?
What was that one?
With Anthony Hopkins?
He said it was Spanish.
No,
Spanish. No, it was the father in Spain. I don't think it's the father.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't think it was.
I don't think
Well, if it was foreign, then no, that was British.
Pretty sure it's foreign.
Technically, British
No,
is foreign. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing in Google. I said Alzheimer's movie Spain, and it gave me The Notebook, which is not what it is.
That's
Nah,
not what that is.
it's literally like you'll start the movie like. And he's that type of old dude, like he goes to the same cafe, like the people know him, they like come out bring his order.
Yeah.
And he gets to like it's like near the end of the movie, he goes back to the cafe, he gets a different order, like stuff like that. Like, and then I'm kid you not, like a slow descent, and by the time you get to the end, I was just like, oh, this is the most miserable thing I've ever seen.
Have you read the book Flowers for Algernon?
I'm not
Clearly,
a nerd.
he has not.
Have you not?
No,
I've read that book, so shut up. If anybody's nerding right now, it's me.
For us
It's reading. School made me. That book. I think it's a movie too, but that book is depressing as fuck. It's the same theory. It's a mentally challenged guy who is mentally challenged, and they go, "Okay, we're gonna do a brain experiment on you to see if we can make you smart." And it's written in the first couple chapters as kind of misspelled and grammatically incorrect, and then they give him this medicine, and then he proceeds to get smarter, and he's like, oh yeah, this is awesome, I'm able to maintain relationships and do science and have fun and do good times. And then it's like, oh, the medicine stopped working, your body's rejecting it, and you're just gonna go back to what you were. And so the book is just him slowly losing it again.
It's a descent, then a decline.
It's a descent, yeah. And then Algernon is the rat that they tested it on, who got smart and then got dumb. So he's like, oh shit, this rat's smart. That he recognizes as his mentally disabled self, and so then the rat dies after he loses all his he can't eat anymore because the rat is just completely degenerated after being smart, and so he brings flowers for Algernon, and then he becomes pretty much a vegetable at the end of it. Yeah. See, so read the book Flowers for Algernon, available at your local bookstore.
Yours starts and goes up. That movie's just like
it's a straight decline,
and I don't want to read that.
Why
would I read that?
Yeah, we're talking about classic. I mean,
it is a classic. It's
fuck that.
Literature.
It sounds like the beginning of Rise of the Planet of the Apes, minus the
apes. What part?
Mutant apes.
Yeah, all finance and numbers, which will make you a great producer. Wink, wink.
Right.
Yes.
We're talking about he's financing them excellence as well as your production. So
no, I don't need him to finance. I need him to help me get financing. But we'll talk about it.
There you go. But
let's go to mine
because you had fugue states,
that's it, right?
Fugue states, strokes,
aneurysms.
Oh, what was yours?
Well, mine is it's pretty much that, I guess. Head trauma. Something happening, whether it's eternal or whatever it is.
Oh well, I mean, not in the situation I had mentioned prior to the show. Like it was caused from, or what they assumed it was caused from was while he was playing basketball,
Oh shit.
hit his head,
Oh no,
That's not fun.
and then drank it off. 'Cause
Ooh.
that's what you know.
that's the worst thing you could do.
Right.
Yeah, so it wasn't a great combination of things. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, brain head trauma is a real scare. Like, yo,
very
Billy Mays,
realistic
right?
thing.
Like the
He got head trauma?
what was it? I think he
I think it was an aneurysm.
yeah, a
Yeah, it was
suitcase.
aneurysm.
Yeah, suitcase hit his head on a plane. Like he had taken his stuff out. He got a suitcase. Like dink.
Yeah.
Got him.
Damn.
Bro, it's
Like
scary. as
they're like
fuck.
time bombs in your. They're literally time bombs in your brain.
Well, that's the thing. I think I have like a hint of CTE after my football times. There's times where my brain is just like, okay, it's back now. Like it'll just like there's just something that's like I'm smart as shit. I have all the complexity in my brain. Nothing is like I'm not drooling on myself. But there's times where I'm like, oh, I think that's the football, the football brain going on. Where it's like
I
I
think
got
that's just all men.
maybe
We
Who
have a
knows?
so
moment where
too.
we need to buffer.
yeah,
maybe,
for
maybe.
sure.
But there's
We need,
yeah, there's-
we need to unplug the motor. Plug it back in.
right.
He just hasn't seen the rainbow.
Now my
Right.
my shorts, my short term sometimes it's like I'm gonna go get this pencil. I'll get there. The fuck am I here for?
Oh no, that's all. That's
ADHD.
literally all of us.
What the fuck was that? Oh, pencil. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That's a human, dude.
Well, fine. Well, that's fine.
Of course, you didn't play
I
enough
forgot how to
football to
spell
get
go the other day.
What?
I forgot how to spell go.
like Diogo.
Yeah, I was like,
holy
No.
shit.
No, you know what word freaks me out sometimes? The.
Oh yeah.
The is a weird word,
If you
and I
look
don't
at
know
it
the
long
definition.
enough- has that happened when you look at a word
Yes.
so long where it's like, what the fuck am I looking at? This doesn't look right anymore.
Right.
That happens with the.
Yeah,
all the
THE
time.
is a weird
It's a weird
fucking word.
combination. Yeah.
actually, yeah.
And I don't know what the definition of the is. And they tried to describe
What do
it
you
in the
mean?
dictionary like the. It's what does the mean? Not the bear, not the table, not the chair. The.
How do you define the?
Right, and it's a grammatical definition that they try to explain to me every time I look up the definition, but because I don't know, I think it uses the word the in the definition.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
Actually, no. Do you know that one or more people or things already mentioned or assumed to be common knowledge?
Okay, that
What's
wasn't the
the
original
matter?
definition because that makes sense.
Used to point forward to a following qualifying or defining clause or clause.
There we go.
Or phrase, excuse
Does he use the word the in there?
no.
Good. I was
Your
curious
dictionary
about that.
sucked. Whatever you use.
This is a question I asked back in like 2004.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, we've upgraded. So
yeah, maybe I should just redo my
You
research.
probably
again.
should have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thing that I'm afraid of is yawning when you die. I'm kidding. No.
That could happen.
No, heart attacks. The concept of a heart attack scares me. One, just because we're prone to them in my family.
Right.
But two, it's like, ow, ow, ow. I'm here the whole time. Oh no.
And now I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm here the whole time, and something's happening, and I can't stop it, and now I'm very tired. To be fucking that freaks me out. And there's like little clues like the stroke thing where like your hand goes numb, and so it's like, hey guys, how you doing? Oh shit. Oh god. Oh god. Oh shit. Because my dad almost had it on the road. He was like, oh my chest hurts. Driving long distance. Like I'm pulled over. He's like, ah fuck. I'm fine.
Oh,
so he goes,
He burps.
yeah, you're right. He goes, I'm fine.
Oh.
The next day,
There it is.
the next day, he's taking care of my niece and nephew. They're babies at the time, and he's like, "Fucking chest hurts." He waited for my mom to get home. He's like, "Hun, I'm gonna go to the hospital." And she's like, "What?" He's like, "My chest hurts," and he had a 98% blockage in one of
Oh, yeah,
his
you told me
things.
that.
Yeah,
Jesus.
and so they cleared him out, and he's fine. But essentially, that pain, that like uncomfortable. Damn near a heart attack. My other buddy, Johnny Neal, he had a heart attack during a podcast. That was super unfortunate. I mean, he went to the doctor afterward, but the idea was like, he's a jolly guy, our friend Johnny Neal, former Army guy. Marcos loves him. They're the same type of guy, right? Just very big, muscular, broy guy. Not broy, but Army guys, military, really relaxed in their own way. And apparently, and this is like the negative part, so I'll be vague, but apparently he was just extra ornery that day. He was, man, fuck you people. Fuck you in particular, Tommy. Fuck you stupid asshole. And everyone's like, damn, Johnny, what the fuck, dude? Calm down.
Out of character.
Yeah, out of character. And then Martin, our friend, goes, hey, you okay? Are you feeling all right? He's like, I don't know, man. He's like, let me take you to the hospital. Took him to the hospital. He had a blockage too.
That fucks with your mental also?
No, yeah, if your heart is demanding blood and your body's demanding blood and it's not getting there.
Was that just irritable? I don't know.
Yeah, irritable, the rage,
Oh.
and so uncomfortableness. It manifests in a lot of ways. But imagine your body not knowing it needs more blood. Like just lacking blood because there's a block.
Talk about these adult.
Yeah, can we talk about fun
It's
shit?
fucking dark and I love
guy
it.
in the chat.
Oh, of course you love it.
Jerry the King Lawler had a heart attack on her.
Yeah, see?
On commentary.
Right.
Good
The
guy.
guy
He's
from
like, puppy!
the guy from Stanford and Sons.
Died
Died from heart attack.
That's what I'm saying. That's like the real one.
Ray
That
Fox?
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Oh.
on the show?
Yeah.
No, he always did.
Yeah, he always
Common Elizabeth.
No, but if we're talking about funny ones, like irrational ones, that's how we can get out of this hole. Because it was supposed to be more whimsical and then it wasn't.
You made it there. We were there.
Hard. I mean, he's talking about brain aneurysm. No, not brain
But he had
aneurysms.
something to say.
Oh no,
And you just went downhill with
no,
yours.
that's fine. People get heart
The
attacks all the
energy
time.
sucked out of the room. I'm going to go home.
That's fine. Hey, don't worry. We're talking about anime and murder. It's cool.
Oh,
It's only
God.
gonna get better, baby.
At least one's fun murder.
One's
the other
a-
one is uncontrollable.
Someone's like, right? I was here for Squid Game. Shut up, Shadow Shogun. Thanks for commenting for the first time, by the way. See,
Oh, nice.
this is what we have to do to get you guys to comment for the first time. We will. Every time. We'll talk about morbid things.
Okay.
Diabetes?
need that.
I don't know how diabetes works, but getting your foot
I don't
chopped
know how
off
that
is
works
weird.
either. It's a thing
But
with
now they
black
have
people.
cyborg feet.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
By the
Are we
time
there yet with the cyborg
I mean,
feet?
you get like the super springs, so you jump over cars and shit.
Yeah, no, they don't give you
Oh.
the kangaroo guy feet. They give you
Sure, they do. You can
Remember-
ask for it.
Remember those in like the late 2000s where they were like those little spring
Oh,
kangaroo
yeah.
shoes that they were giving everybody?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I want. If I'm gonna go out like as an elderly man, I want a exoskeleton back for my bad back. I want hydraulic knees.
I was promised all that shit.
right.
I want to be a street shark.
What?
Like, you want to genetically
You want
modify
mutagens.
yourself to look like a street shark?
I don't want to genetically modify myself to look like a street shark per se, but I want us to combine human DNA with shark DNA.
Just
JJ
see what
just
happens.
wants to be a part of it.
He's a
You
You
mad
want to be in
scientist.
Deep Blue Sea? Is what you're saying?
He's a mad
J-
scientist.
J-
Actually, Deep Blue Sea. That's how they fixed Alzheimer's with sharks. So there you
True.
go.
Very
What?
True.
That.
It backfired, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sharks are also pretty immune to a whole lot of stuff. So
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
JJ just want, like I was saying, you just want a freak accident to happen. Dude.
3.
Yeah.
No more dentists because sharks regrow their teeth.
Oh, that's
like
right.
forever.
Also,
Dennis
I
will
wanna
never
be a
let
street
that
shark.
happen.
all right,
They will
so,
stop you, Jason.
so for the record,
I'm telling you, JJ's 10 years from like having a lab.
He's Doc
I'm
Brown.
gonna be like Reanimator, just
Have a special program if you're nearing death, talking to cancer patients, bro.
Yeah, he's that guy.
Talking to people with Alzheimer's. Hey, I can give you a way out.
Yeah.
So-
JJ, where'd you get a 3-piece black suit from? what are you
sorry, I'm sorry. We were talking about this before. Has Google been fucking up for all of you guys too for websites? It's saying that Wikipedia is a danger, and I can't go there.
You get viruses if you watch porn on your shit.
Bro, I watch porn on my phone. Get it right.
I don't know why you deprive yourself and do it that way.
What,
You have a
watching-
perfectly large screen here, and there.
oh
What?
well, the phone, chuck it into the river. That significantly harder.
Right.
Oh,
There's
true.
like hard drives and stuff. I don't save anything
must
on
be.
here. This is clean.
Okay.
And my browser history is always on private, so nothing's tracked.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm
And he's got like 12
Hey,
VPNs.
all
running.
Point is, I'm trying to get to Wikipedia to look up Deep Blue Sea, and I can't.
I really hope that
Fix
like
it,
there
TJ.
is never like there's not somebody who just be having a bad day at Google, right? Because maybe there's one dude who has who might have a bad day and it's like, all right, everybody's history gets dropped. Beep.
Yeah.
like, oh,
That's
everybody's incognito time. Sync to your actual Google Gmail. Like, don't look at my search.
Don't look at my search
And
history.
that's why you don't hire
Oh,
Mr.
you save
Robot.
contacts on here. Send to mom.
Oh no.
Bro, it's like, oh, you didn't mean to click that share button on X videos?
Why is there a share button on X videos?
To all your contacts.
Right.
Yeah, bro, there's legit, like, if I can check. I want to see if
You
there's.
can actually do that.
Yeah, hold on. Golden Tiger Claws, Pornhub, and browsers is the way to go. Sure, I don't know any of those websites you mentioned.
Wink, wink. Yeah.
No, but yeah,
I just want to
there's
see the share options right quick.
there's a share option for sure. I'm
There is
on all of those.
I knew it was, but
Right.
I was so afraid to even go near it.
Well, no, that's the thing. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're like in your post days, and you're like, click.
It was always a fear. It
Right.
was always that fear of like, let me stay lucid.
Did you know
Right.
Xvideos has an FAQ?
Why?
Did you know that?
What's the first
me
one on the
guess.
FAQ?
Let me get. Is it just naming off genres so people know what the hell it means?
No. There's actually, a fair bit
What
of
up,
questions.
Palsy? Sorry, I'm just reading Palsy. What's up?
No, I mean, it's like the first one is actually it's like, how do I import the Xvideos database to my tube script? Which, if you don't know what that means, essentially trying to just do some naughty things.
Is he trying to make like a collage of all of his porn? Like Batman in the fucking Batcave?
Brother Eye.
Pornography?
I'm actually really curious. Why is there a frequently asked? I'm not kidding you. There's a frequently
Legit.
And it's nothing about porn. It's just about the logistics of the
legitimate.
website.
Oh, frequently
It just looks like logistics.
FAQ.
Bro, you should see what websites have the weirdest FAQs.
We really should.
Like, well, okay, TJ, you gotta read some of these out loud, man. You can't just be laughing at your phone.
Where can I find gay and trans videos? How do I report inappropriate video? Like, it's genuine things. It's like,
Oh,
and they
these are
give you-
very common-
and they're straight in. It's like, click on the site settings and
Professional
Very
white glove
technical,
service.
Okay, so I got sidetracked. I just need to go to the actual site, click on a video, and see.
You
the
got real site. Well, I mean, FAQs on a porn site. Will
And
sidetrack
watching
you.
porn with your friends watching you, it's kind of
Well,
not-
That's
not
better service than the
watching
company I work
porn.
for.
This is for scientific reasons, right?
No.
Yeah.
There's too many options here.
Does it have like
What do you
LinkedIn?
mean?
If it has LinkedIn, I'm gonna laugh.
No, the share button should only have a link, but they have an embed this video to your page with the code. They have
Whoa.
a Twitter sharing link. They have a Reddit sharing link, and you can even send this bitch out via email.
No, Kate, can I tell you what scares me
Also,
the most?
time out. Yeah, since there's a Twitter link, you could literally accidentally kick Twitter, and then your life's over.
Right, all thousands of followers I have on
It'll
Twitter.
get you, man. Yeah.
Well, no, Ted Cruz did that on Mother's Day or
Yeah,
some shit like
it's
that.
a lot of people have done
Or
that.
was it Mother's Day or 9/11? I think it was 9/11.
9/11.
Yeah, on 9/11 a couple of years ago, Ted Cruz did mommy porn, like
Yeah.
voyeuristic mommy porn, and it was like, Ted Cruz, are you wanking it to mommy porn
Obviously.
on 9/11?
Probably. He seems like one of, not kink shaming, but wears the diaper. Like one of, I could see Ted Cruz doing that.
Yeah, he'd be like Pampy go full. You know, he'd say shit like that.
pacifiers, bottles, that kind
Yeah.
of weird shit.
No, the problem
You're
though.
not kink shaming, but just understand.
Yes.
Just because
Nope.
we're not shaming you,
It's
doesn't
fine.
mean
It's
I
just
can't
Ted
judge
Cruz
you.
doing
Yeah, yeah, we could judge
Yeah,
people.
do whatever.
I can
Like,
judge you.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna put you to shame, but I'm a judge.
I'm not.
I would still call them freaks.
yeah. JJ can have that stand. I run this company, so I have to be neutral on all accounts. I have no opinions
Hey, bro,
whatsoever.
I saw a Snapchat of some girl acting like a legitimate dog, and I said, okay, look.
Didn't we talk
we
about
did talk,
that?
but we've
Yeah,
all
that's
seen
right.
it. Don't act like we all haven't seen
Yeah,
that.
it was on Snap. It was a good video, but it's crazy to see what white people will do, and I'm like,
Yeah, he ain't lying.
but I was like, hey, look, yes, I am judging this girl because it's wild. All right, look, I can judge in certain instances.
Can we use a different word
What?
than judge? Can we get at the source since one?
Let's go.
Different words for judge.
I swear to God,
I
if
feel
it-
like judgment. That'll work. If it's a word, we can use that.
No, I'm just making sure that thesaurus.com isn't fucking blocked. What the shit, Google?
Bro, you have a bug on
No,
This shit's fucked up.
YouTube, their websites are working. YouTube's working. Google itself is working.
I bet it's just Wikipedia's certificate.
No, but this is not Wikipedia. This is thesaurus.com. And it's been a bunch of other websites. Anchor, the one we do our podcasting stuff, it's been having that too.
We'll talk about it after the
I
show.
will fight everybody, and I can't even. There you go. I can proceed as unsafe, even though that's not the case.
You can proceed as unsafe.
What's the word you were looking for?
Judgment.
Judgment.
Yeah, because I get what you're saying. I'm with. If we're on the same page, I'm with you.
There
I
it
feel like
is.
judgment's too strong.
Decision
right?
about blame. Nope.
something good.
Judgment.
Something
Common
fun.
sense. You are. What the fuck?
Oh, those are terrible.
About to
Well,
blame.
Look.
I think it's going based on.
There we go. There we go. You can castigate them.
Castigate. Okay,
You can,
we'll take that.
Are you going to be damnationful? You can inflict them with judgment, punishment.
Chastisement. Yes, I'm going to chastise.
I like
Yes,
chastisement.
I'm going.
the
I'm not going to shame you, but I'm going to chastise.
Exactly.
I like that.
No.
Yes.
I'm with you, homie. Yeah.
No.
Like some of those are a little much.
Yes,
Okay.
no. I
It's a
gotta
little
chastise you, bro. No, look, wear a diaper. Don't act like a actual dog. Like fucking saying
That's your-
affection.
Well,
that's
the
your
diaper
threshold?
people act like babies.
Yeah,
so.
that's the part where it's like
That's
no go.
weird.
But that's also mocked in one of your favorite video games.
Yeah,
It's kinda
Yakuza
cool.
makes fun of it. And
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
No.
And you can summon them afterwards. They
Yes!
become your friends.
Okay, if they
It's a
commit,
powerful song.
if they help you beat up crime, you can wear a diaper and be like a baby, like Tommy Pickles. But no, the one that threw me off the most,
Like how we went from aneurysms to king shame.
they wanted it. They wanted.
It's
It's chastising. King
They,
chastisement.
they wanted the funny. They get the funny how we provide it. No, but the one that fucks with me is because TikTok.
Somehow this is still scary.
Yeah.
Like, this is still dissociative.
Yeah,
fugue
it's
level.
It's a different kind of horror now.
Yeah, actually, that's my fear to have what is it? To have the dissociative. What do you call it?
Fugue.
And become a baby.
Yeah, and then become a baby.
now I'm into Oh, God.
Why am I this way?
End of Twilight Zone episode.
No, but so this was on a Tinder profile that I saw. So I'm swiping. This was years ago.
Yeah.
I'm swiping, and then there was this girl. I was like, oh, she's kind of cute. And then I looked at her photos, and then one was like her pregnant, and I'm like, oh, okay, she's
So
pregnant.
she puts out.
Sure, at least once. And then the next picture was her dude sucking on her titties. And then I read the description. What the fuck? I scroll. She was like, I need a third person to suck on my milky titties. And I'm like, oh no. Like the lactate play stuff. And I'm like,
On my pantheon of kink shaming, chastisement, king chastisement.
We got to get it out there.
There's some people like Michaela actually is weirded out by the lactation thing.
I mean, lactation's normal for sexual purposes. I mean, like I said, to each their own. It's in the course of things, bodily functions spraying on top of people. I like one of them, so I can't be judgmental of the. I can kind of be judgmental of the other ones. The original kind, not the pee. Just to catch you up, and not the poo either. The original. TJ's trying to think of which one I meant, and he's not really going with the obvious choice. Point being, that whole titty milk thing, and it shows up on my TikTok too now, because there's like one girl. Because there's an audio. No, because there's an audio.
That's the best.
TJ, I think you should be given the keys to the TikTok.
No, I
I had the keys. And I'll let you know.
No, it's okay. Look, this one's not my fault.
Okay.
Because the audio. No, because it grosses me out every time it happens. But here's
How often is it happening?
it
That's
stopped.
way too much for you to know. Have a sample size of like that grosses me out.
It happened 4 times separately.
That's 4 times too many.
No, it's 3 times too many. The first time was like, I did not want this because the
if you
audio.
don't want it.
If I had a nickel for every time it happened, I'd have 20 cents, which isn't a lot, but it's still kind of weird that it happened 4 times, right?
No, but the audio, because you have the audio that's like a script, right? And so someone was like it was like a young girl that was her voiceover. She was like, if you have big, juicy, honking milkers, you could totally show me or whatever. So it's like girls with big boobs, right?
Right.
I'm like, oh, cool, groovy. I'm all about this. And they're clothed because it's TikTok, and it's fine. Right. But what they'll do is they'll be like, cleavage, cleavage, cleavage. Then they'll get closer to where their boobs are off camera, and then they'll just go squirt milk and it like into the camera or on the camera. And so I'm like, oh, cool. Boobs are great. And then there's milk in my face, and I'm like, no, swipe away. But because the algorithm saw that I watched 28 seconds of the 30 seconds, it's like, he definitely wants more of this content. And I don't. It's a bait and switch.
This is how people get introduced to fetish.
Yeah, and did not work.
After,
Next year.
No, after the 8th time. Yeah, after the 8th time, he'll be like, huh. Then the 26th time, he'll be like, well, you know, there's a section.
No, then I discovered.
This is doing something for me.
Then I discovered.
TikTok knows something I don't.
I mean, then I discovered long press, not interested. That's what I discovered.
Hey, you know what? To be honest, TikTok's algorithm knows me too well. TikTok's algorithm has
That's
me
why I
trying.
stay off of.
No, stay the fuck off of TikTok. TikTok's
It
algorithm
reads minds.
still
Yeah,
tries
I-
to
yeah.
get me to like. It is trying to ruin my relationship.
God, no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can
Bro,
see
I
that.
literally like that motherfucker knocks on my door. He's like, "Hey,
Look at her.
Hey,
I was
bro."
on
There
it
was
for
this one like I was on the Mexcellence one.
sorry.
Yes. Yes. And literally the first thing that popped up was like some 31-year-old woman who was fine as hell, and I was like, God dang it.
Yeah, that's my age group. I'm sorry. So yeah, it works that way. But
I like no. It's not the fact that she was 31. It was just like, yo, it doesn't matter. Like I can. It doesn't matter what time of day I open it up. If I'm on the Mexcellence one, if I'm on mine, it's just like literally.
I feel like
knows.
here's my theory with that. If does TikTok ask you if you're male or female? Or
I think yeah, it does because it does by algorithm.
primitive as fuck. But either way,
They let you pick non-binary options.
either or
Let's just put a question mark.
that. I think that does it. I think if you mail automatically, they'll just send you that.
I mean,
No,
yeah.
yeah.
To be fair, it
Yeah.
took it like 3 videos to be like, "Oh, you like horse? Here you go."
I've been on TikTok.
Open the floodgates.
I've literally been on TikTok like maybe 6 times, and it's nothing there but just friends. The first thing I added today was the all '90s commercials
Right.
thing. It might get me on TikTok more. I don't know, but yeah, like same with me. Every time I popped it open, that was the first thing that popped up.
Still
And I'm
my
like,
favorite social media right now, to be honest.
you have fun with it. It's gonna get you kicked out of your own apartment.
Right, because you're gonna hear because they have those audios that the
Yeah.
other people can hear outside, and so they'll be like, "Are you watching those videos again of the girl's booty twerking? Are you watching the big milker knocker with
Challenge
the milk?"
or whatever. It's gonna be a challenge.
Right. If
Yeah,
you listen
it's
to
not-
Calcium challenge.
Right, and for those of you who are nasty, the Egyptian music starts playing, and it's like, "Ew, you are furry, go away." So I don't know if you guys gotten those videos, but
The
you don't
furry
want to.
videos.
It's
furry videos.
Bro, what are you doing?
no. This is
There's only so many accidents you can have.
Oh shit!
no. This one's common. This one's like one of the most prevalent ones.
I've never had it.
No, I've
JJ?
never had it.
I've never gotten a furry video.
What are you doing with
No,
yourself? man?
so here's so, right. So, no, 'cause
Sammy be like, I accidentally clicked on this video that I chose to pick.
research. I pick one video
No.
for research, and I get furry videos.
no, god damn it.
I thought it was a colorblind man seeing for the first time, and then he puts on a
That
first
shit. That shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love equestrians. I was just looking at horses.
no, I'm
Go ahead.
on TikTok for wholesome content like babies getting hearing aids for the first time and
People-
old men getting
colorblind
color vision
people,
glasses.
yeah.
Right. No, but
That's what you tell us all the goddamn
No,
time.
so here is
I see
that.
significantly less jokes when I go through the For You on the Maxlands versus my own.
No, but
so
so-
I'll tell you, it's back in the.
Because there's only two more. There's only one other thing besides that one where it's like I was in that content for a while, and there was a logical reason
Oh,
for it,
man.
but TikTok was like overload this motherfucker because
Well, that's what
this
they
one-
do.
right? So this one, the furry one, is not my fault because I actually never saw the video. So apparently, somebody on TikTok leaked a Animal Crossing character who is Egyptian, like an Egyptian cat,
Not buying this.
riding a dude.
This
okay,
is super elaborate.
no, this is real. It's
Okay.
gross. So, because I eventually caved and was like, "What the fuck is this about?" Oh my god, offsite. But the idea was that the character had their arms folded and were shaking their hips. And at first, I was hearing Egyptian music,
Thought it was a
watching
dance.
hot girls gyrating their hips. I'm like, I'm a fan of this. I like girls gyrating their hips rhythmically. I don't know what this Egyptian music is, but whatever. And so I just was like, oh, cool. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. And then it started going where people started referencing this cat person with the same music. And I'm like, this cat person, what the fuck is this? And then I saw somebody sneaking into a clip of Mario Kart. That's how I discovered what it was. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? And I Googled it. And yeah, apparently it was an Animal Crossing Rule 34 video that was leaked onto TikTok that everybody saw, and everyone's like, "This goes against the fucking terms of services. Let's all parody it." And so I caught it after the fact, but then it just kept sending me that. I know you guys both look like you don't believe me, and that sounds super elaborate, but it's 100% true.
You know, the more and more you kept
true.
going on with the
That's what
explanation,
they always
the less.
say. The more a person explains, the less likely.
'Cause here's
I want you to
true.
know that I legitimately, my girlfriend
Thank you
is
for
super
laughing.
super accepting of a lot of things, right?
She's a young one.
Right, and you
She's
know,
a Gen Zer.
and I tried to be like, and she was like, excuse me, and I was like, hey, so do furries fall into the umbrella of Gen Z protection? She said no. She's an absolute.
No,
First
I
of all,
don't accept it.
First of all, love that term. The umbrella of Gen Z. Because it's important these days.
It's a real thing on Google, though. It was September 13th.
Is this the one that isn't going to give you the security?
I don't know. I don't know.
We'll
Watch it. You don't need to see this shit at all.
It wasn't like Dewey Cox.
Bro, actually,
you don't want
no part of this shit.
Now I know why you
Look.
have this, bro. It was after he searched up the Egyptian cat shit. That's why you have that.
I'm gonna
makes
flash
sense.
it. That's what it is. It's a real thing. It's a real thing, and she's doing nasty things, and so there it is. Music comes from Animal Crossing. Part of the reason this is taken off because the music which is pulled from the game is so catchy. See, it's the music that people find and they get attached to, and then
Stop.
Yeah, see?
explaining.
You gotta stop.
You gotta
I was about to say
stop.
you really gotta stop.
You know why?
gotta
But here's the
stop.
thing. I know why. Because even if there's other people a part of this, at this point, they're not going to go with me on it. They're not going to say, "Oh yeah, I've seen that also." Because
never heard of that.
millions of people have seen it.
Has anyone here heard of that
Nope.
or seen anything about
I
it?
pervade TikTok pretty frequently.
Here's the thing, but
And
you don't.
have
Want,
you-
but you're not
and-
allowed to
and-
watch hip shaking videos because you have a girlfriend.
What the hell? Because
that's how it
TikTok don't
started.
care. TikTok don't give
And
a
also,
fuck.
I'm allowed to watch whatever the hell I want.
Bullshit. So that's why you don't have as many sexy girls on your thing than I do because I'm single.
No,
I could do whatever. I could have whatever crazy
Obviously.
things.
Bro, do you think that like a chain just wraps around my throat when at the moment I said yes, I have a girlfriend? No, that's not what it works.
That
I
and the
said-
dog. Yes.
Okay, the dog.
The dog, yes.
Yeah, the dog.
That
Yeah. The dog
motherfucker
is
adorable.
Thank you.
God, I love that dog.
It's very cute.
I've never seen that
Hey,
dog.
Of course, because you don't love dogs.
He was depressed.
no, he's a cat
because he had
person.
the cone when he saw.
He said I'm a cat person. You son of a bitch.
Bubba, yeah.
Superman.
You kind of are, though. I could see you as a cat
I'm not a
person.
fucking cat person. Cats suck.
Girls like cats.
Yeah, and they're
And animals. People in general
fucking
like
weird.
animals. Maybe you're the weird one, Sam. You're the only
Probably.
one of us who doesn't like animals.
Probably
JJ likes
that's
animals.
Fine. No, the animal that I liked apparently is an assaulter, so I don't like
Says-
animals anymore.
I mean, that would be
It was
the animal.
otters, by the way. I like.
God, your
I
life
liked
is
sea
your
otters.
life is curbed. Your
mean, that's on you.
enthusiasm.
I didn't know. I
like
didn't know.
axolotls.
The
Yeah.
worst animal on earth, literally.
There are worse animals.
If they were extinct tomorrow,
Dolphins
I
are
would
worse than sea
applaud.
otters.
Can we
Dolphins
not
get
do
high
this
on blood.
again?
Yeah, we can't. We
Hey,
can't
we're
go
being
down
vague.
this rabbit
We're being
hole.
vague enough.
We had, yeah, we
What
had
was the
said
last comment in the
evil
chat?
shit that they
Who
did.
ordered the bologna sandwich? That was the last. I don't even know what the fuck that means. That's why I didn't read it. TJ, don't ask for an escape out of here when they're not giving me anything over here, all right?
Well,
I'm over here talking about an Egyptian cat porn, and none of you guys are going with me on this.
I feel like
Look, Sammy, we all love cat girls and we all want them to step on me. Moving on.
Speaking of cat girls, Star Wars Visions has a cat girl.
Do they
Yay.
really?
There is a cat
There's
girl.
like-
the rabbit
It's
girl.
a bunny.
bunny.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
some furry shit.
Okay.
I don't know,
Also,
man.
yeah, no, don't say it's some like you know you were tuned into that episode.
yeah, man, you don't bring
That
up.
was probably the one where you turned up the volume the most. It was like I gotta be fully immersed.
Turn the lights to red and shit. Set the mood.
Don't make me. I got it here. By the way, Dilly Wack 16. He said, I just tuned in. And what the hell did I walk into? Well, and he's a first time chat as well. We're getting a lot of first time
Hey,
chat.
A lot of
here.
people got questions. I mean,
Hey, sometimes you got to spice up the content from those TikTok people. They're like, what the fuck are these people about on TikTok? 10,000 people strong, baby.
oh, we did it.
10,000.
Nice. nice.
Hallelujah.
Bless you.
What'd you say? Or about to say?
Oh, we're not doing this again, are we?
Whoa!
Yes. And,
Ken.
and you know why?
Ken.
Because I interacted with all those cat videos. It's the sacrifice I had to make, Tommy.
Is that
all right?
the demographic we're going for?
You trying to get the furries in this bitch?
There's,
I mean, they are a large community.
they're a large community, and they pay blank.
So yeah, so
We
stop
bring in
talking
the
shit.
furries, we lose all the others. It's only one option.
Welcome to the Mexcellence, where my persona is a wildebeest. And
It's not that we
Like-
judge.
no,
the
I'm not
furries.
going to be a sea otter furry, King Neptune.
Oh no!
Yes!
I will
There's
not
so
be.
much wrong with that.
100K on TikTok. He'll get his persona as a
That's gonna be a whole subgenre thanks to Sammy. Sea otter furry porn.
No.
There's so much wrong with that. You have no idea.
excuse me, because I don't. I know that it might sound as though there's a lot of hateful energy coming towards a certain community here on Twitch, but hey, look, we do not judge and or hate furries.
We chastise them.
We just they
Not
fall
as
in
much as the diaper people.
not as
I know we're burning bridges right now. Hey, look, personally, I have no problem with the furry community. That's apparently you. So you're trying to throw them under the bus.
I don't have I kind of do. I kind of,
I
kind of do. Look it.
Really think about it.
No. You admit that, and it's fair because hey, look, the more you're like, hey, I don't like the furry community, you're just acting like a politician who's gay secretly.
Oh my God, shut the hell up.
I have no.
They'll do charity and stuff. That's cool, right? Like I'm cool with them doing book drives and shit for the children, and then the kids will come and pet them because they think they're cute because they're at cons or whatever. That's whimsical and fun. But when they start doing the sex deviant shit,
they doing it with each other.
No, but they'll do it at fucking conventions where they'll have a dog on a leash and another dog upright walking that dog on the leash, and it's just guys, come on now.
It's a little much.
Come on now, simmer down.
Well, that goes for any community.
Right, but that's more. I've seen that more in regular life than I have real sex deviants and other stuff. The girl acting like a puppy.
Hey,
that's a sexual thing that I don't like because it's in public. She's at restaurants and shit acting like a puppy.
It's very humiliating.
But that's her thing. She wants to be humiliated.
I know.
The thing is that for people,
it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Mascots are supposed to be whimsical and fun, and adding sex to mascots.
Maybe I don't know.
Well, no, I don't think.
Do you want to fuck Grizzy or some shit?
No, I don't.
Or the Philly Flyer.
Here's the thing. Listen. Out of all the shit we've just mentioned, all the fetishes, honest to God, that one's probably the least problematic compared to diaper people who act like babies.
It's when you fuse them
and poopers.
that you reach a true.
They're like puppy baby.
Isolated on its own. It's fine.
That's the
furry babies. The unholy trinity, and the world will end now.
Sammy's eyes literally melt.
It's Indiana Jones. That's exactly it.
God,
his whole head melts.
How do we get here from aneurysms, and how do we get to Star Wars?
We're never gonna.
How do we get away from this?
We're never gonna.
It's just a rabbit hole of intrigue.
This
because
is a whole
want
show.
to understand the inner machinations.
This is the song that they play in the TikTok. So, there you go. There's a cat vibe.
I don't know. I don't even want to see it. I'm looking away. I don't want any part of it.
All the sex perverts on the internet right now that hear that audio know exactly what I'm talking about, and you can't deny it. So you've been there too.
You just played it again.
I played the bat signal for the sex perverts.
It's okay, dude. We don't judge. It's fine.
We need that cosplay. Dillywack, you're not getting me in an otter suit. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, everyone has a price.
Hey, if you pay my student loan off, you get whatever you want at that furry costume
don't
suit.
Stu that now.
Hey, man. $120,000 overall?
That gets you alone with Stu in a hotel room with you stripping for him in an otter costume.
No, but I would never strip anything outside.
No, you have
the
clothes
suit.
on top of the otter costume.
Right, and then I would strip the otter clothes.
Yes, exactly right.
Top of the otter.
It's gonna be a
Chippendales or
vest.
Chippendale?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. It's a furry thing. I don't know. We could be losing track. It might just be my Indiana Jones coat that I take off and then I'm done.
Well, you can't have Iago's vest or some shit.
Something,
but you got to take something off.
Right, but
this
I would
is
only
not
be
free.
But I would only be taking off the otter's clothes, not mine. So
yeah, right.
If
the
I
otter costume stays
I'd
on.
fucking do that for,
so is
for
that
50
stripping?
grand. Yeah, because it's the fursona that is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not into it. It doesn't matter to me. If my student loans got paid, if I dressed up as an otter man and stripped the otter parts of me
real quick,
with no touching.
Moral question
Student
right
loans.
now. Straight up moral question.
We're 40 minutes into the show. We haven't talked about shit.
Into Squid Game. So it can, I guess, maybe. If you had this choice, Sammy, you just acknowledge it's not your thing.
Yeah.
But if someone was like, hey, listen, I want you on retainer. I will pay.
Retainer's not a good word to start.
I will pay you $200K a year to be my personal otter boy. And that does include sexual favors.
Does or does not?
It's a guy. His wife's into it. She's into you. And this is what you do.
Wait, there is sexual favors?
There is sexual favors.
For the girl.
For the wife.
For the wife. But do I have to be in the suit? And he has to watch?
You are always in the suit.
And sometimes
it will evolve to him watching eventually. That comes month 4.
$200,000
a year.
A year.
I'd do it.
I would absolutely do it.
TJ. But what if the wife?
Is a question.
TJ.
Why is this a question?
It says a lot about you.
I meant why is this a question in the terms of course, $200K. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't sleeping with the dude.
Right.
That's true.
He's the only one still not.
Yeah.
Of course he is. That's why I said it says a lot about you. Really, Sammy?
Yeah, I'm hesitating. I got morals. I'm Catholic, man.
Let me tell you
I
something.
don't know how that sits with God. I'm not sure.
friend, you are-
I don't know if there's a furry chapter.
one of
There's an
my-
adultery chapter. I could be breaking all them rules.
No, how's it adultery if they're okay with it?
It's someone's neighbor's wife or whatever.
He's okay with it. He's
You
probably
don't have to
watching.
live next door to him.
Yeah.
There's someone else.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, no,
Everyone's on
apparently
the same page.
I'm on retainer at any given moment. I get the otter signal, and I'd have
They
to
give
go
you a pager.
and suit
You
up.
you don't even have a cell phone. They give you a pager.
I would say as long as there's some ground rules of like, hey, I get weekends off and I get
Yeah,
PTO, we good.
Things like that. You might get benefits. Hell,
Do I get dental?
Bro, do you need
Perhaps.
benefits with 200K, bro?
You really don't.
Shit.
Think of it
Like,
as
I'm-
being Ronald McDonald.
why am I being competitive
You
right
just
now?
have to
Like
show up to every
that's
store opening. That's it.
just take the 200K flat. Catholic my ass. You know how many Catholics are the worst ones.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
said it.
Yeah, time out. Yeah, why did he defend? I'm Catholic. I don't know how that
Like,
sits with
that
God.
was
There's a lot of
defense.
They're Catholic, like light. They don't believe in stuff. I kind of try to. Like, I'm not very Catholic,
For
but I'm
what?
Catholic enough to not like do all the Catholic things.
So then you're
I'm
half-assing
in a
anyway.
moral gray area,
You're
and if I
half-assing
tip it
it
one way or
anyway.
the other, I could go to hell.
I will still say, on terms of
Like, I eat fucking crustaceans. I'm not supposed to.
Then he hellbound anyways.
So
It's no gray area with
So wear the otter suit and fuck somebody's wife.
Catholic. God has no gray area. It's black and white. So if you didn't ate the crustaceans, yes.
Unless you're Jesuit, like the Pope is right now. There's a lot of gray area for being them. That's kind of dope.
he wears
from
Converse.
death to sex to God. Nowhere else.
Beautiful. This is a great show.
Man, we
I
haven't
hate
even
we have to
actually
even talk about shit. I was
Right.
really enjoying this.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We eventually have to talk about those
God
things. So we can
damn
get
it.
JJ
Let's-
out of here for his weekend, and then
We all have a fucking weekend we would like
you
to
guys
get out
decided
of
to do
here
it on fucking
for.
Friday. Get pushing it back. Shit. Don't
It
blame
is
me.
late, like,
I was ready.
but it's the weekend. I have nothing to do. He has to get home.
Yeah, to his
His dog,
and girlfriend, and
Not,
Oh, yeah.
not allow
not
him
really
to watch.
the dog.
just the dog. Yeah, you don't have a dog in a relationship. Like the dog eventually becomes more important than the girlfriend.
Yeah, my brother was looking after his girlfriend's dog.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're bros now.
what I'm saying.
It's my.
It's our dog
It's
now.
yeah, we
It
get
belongs
custody.
to
It's
me.
custody thing.
No, it's my
Like
dog.
I had that. Yeah, it's custody.
Like, but I actually haven't hung out with
Get
him
that.
this
Hey,
week.
look, brother, get that in writing.
Yes.
Trust me.
Oh no, it is. It is.
Okay, I was about to say.
I would say
Talk about
bring him.
dog
Probably
custody.
sheds.
No,
Probably fucking sheds.
What the hell difference
Probably shits
does
all
it
over my
make?
floor too. In the
He's
garage.
never-
I
he's-
shed.
he's never made it.
Yeah.
He's actually never had a single accident inside,
Well, then
even on his nervous days.
Really?
He
he
does-
was fucked up when I saw him.
Oh
He
yeah,
got-
no, even
faded?
on his neuter day.
Neutered. Yeah, he got neutered.
Neuter day. Not
Well, that's because
a
he
single
yelled at him
week.
like a
He was
Zimbabwe
so chill.
father.
You just felt bad for. I patted him.
No, I just
I
you
do
didn't hear
not
that last
yell at
part.
him like a Zimbabwe.
Bro, I fucking heard you on the phone. He's walking the dog. So we're gonna talk about TikTok. Sit the fuck down. Sit. So anyway, Sam, we're gonna talk
Motherfucker
about.
was biting. Okay. So-
Whoa.
Not me. Like he was like not the point.
He's biting
Oh,
others.
nipping. Oh, he's nipping.
Yeah. He was-
Okay.
He was nipping at the leash.
Okay.
And I was like, you
Oh,
gotta-
no.
And
That's
you
a no-no.
have to. Yeah.
that's a no.
So that's why you have to be stern.
Don't you watch Caesar Mulan?
I didn't curse.
No, I
about
thought
that.
you meant like Mulan, like the movie, and I'm like, who's Caesar? What does that have to do with the fall of China?
Julius Caesar Mulan. Do you watch that?
Now,
Not
next time
yet.
you come to
Okay.
the, because it might be Sunday.
Yeah, well, invite me over, and I'll be mean to your dog, and he won't understand
Oh,
me
you'll
because he
love
doesn't
that
understand
dog.
English.
That dog.
He-
You know how much shit I talk to Zuzu
Makes
and
everyone
Bubblegum,
melt.
Marcos's dogs? I
Well-
talk shit to them like crazy.
You don't talk shit about Bubs. Hey,
Bubs
Bubs is
can eat a fart.
a dog sat Bubs.
You babysat.
A babysat Bubs. The dog sat Bubs, and she was the best dog in the world.
You know what? Bubs can eat a fart.
God, why? Why are you the way you are? You're the
Again,
motherfucker
he
who
likes cats.
I don't like it.
You
Shut
gotta
up.
love something. Ferrets? Do you like ferrets?
Ferrets are they're apparently a little weird.
I would say iguanas, but yeah, you're not.
Iguanas are
a big
alright.
weed guy. So
No. Fish are cool. I know boring.
fish are not real pets.
Fish are literally items.
It's called pets because you pet them.
I could pet a fish
It'll die.
gingerly. I'm not pressing into the thing like the little girl from
Like
Nemo.
I will give the cooler the fish, the more willing I am to accept it, like an axolotl.
Right. The more work you have to put in fresh water
A
and all that
shark.
shit. I wouldn't have a shark for a pet.
Well, just the baby one.
Yeah,
put it in a
just-
small one.
Giant squid.
That's just not even a real animal. You don't have a face.
If you were rich as shit,
If I was rich as
and
shit,
you could afford to do that, you wouldn't get a
Look
shark
it.
or a piranha.
All right,
Or
fine.
some Scarface-esque type thing.
hold on. I'm gonna.
That's a great That's a topic that we need to address.
What?
If you had let's say, since we're talking about
Ultimate
Squid
money?
Game, yeah, the amount that they have in Squid Game is equivalent to $36 million. So okay, we'll say that if you had $36 million, you wouldn't get sharks or squid.
No.
What would you do?
Actually, pause that question. Start the actual show.
Yeah,
Well,
because this is a great
that's a
entry
great
into
intro.
it.
Well, last question before I go. This is the dog I would have. It's my friend's
That's
dog.
exactly what my dog looks like.
That's my friend dog. My friend M's Kiba. She's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
She's an animal YouTuber. She's very cool. We're friends / associates. I haven't seen her in like 2 years because we haven't been in any of those events.
Yeah.
But she's very cool and very sweet. And this is her dog Kiba.
That's what
and
my
Kiba
shared
is the
dog-
greatest fucking dog ever.
That's what my shared dog Fozzie looks like. So yeah, it's something about those kind of dogs.
Right,
Just
but this dog is
pointy
well
ears.
behaved, and she's like a masterful like dog. Treats it right.
So you
and
like that dog?
Treats it raw to raw food and stuff like that.
That is a dog you can vouch
This
for.
this dog is dope as shit. I love
So
Kiba,
she was
and I've
like,
only
"Hey,
met
I
him like
can't,
once.
I can't keep Kiwi anymore. Can you take her?"
She wouldn't trust me. She has more brains than that. She'd be like, "No,
You
this
can't
needs to
take care
go."
of a dog?
No, this dog is like it's allergic to
Spoiled?
tap water. Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah, this is
No,
not
I
a
wouldn't-
this
I
is
don't-
not a
I don't
street
want
dog.
Kiba.
See-
Fuck that.
See, that's why I like Maka. My dog, he is extra street.
No
Motherfucker's
street.
just
I like
hungry.
yeah. Ain't nothing like a street dog, man.
Right.
They've seen the other side and they appreciate.
I have no idea
anything.
how my dog survived the streets because he's like so,
I
he's
don't
so
either.
sweet. But like he literally but when you see him eat, now that's a street dog. Motherfucker's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, "Nigga, calm down. You have food.
I'm never gonna
gotta
eat
get
ever
more.
again.
I keep on telling him stop that broke nigga
get more
tendencies. Like you're
meals, man.
fine.
Yeah. They don't get out of it, man. Like they all have something.
We have money. You're the Fresh Prince, dog. You
My dog, you know what my dog did? My dog
pulled
hit.
up now. I was about to say that.
Yeah, I like-
Oh, my dog
good.
was legit in jail because he would take food and just stash it in different parts of the house.
Bro.
He would literally he would hide it under the couch cushion, under a rug. Because
Yeah.
he's like, this might be my last meal. Like, straight
No, my dog just steals shit.
Right.
Now has no
he
intention.
got out of it. Yeah,
No,
they get out of it. Some of that stuff.
No, see, like so there was this one blanket he kept taking,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, all right, you can just have the blanket. Now it's your blanket. And he saw, all right, cool, I have this one. Now I want that one. And I'm like, nigga, no, you don't get to have all the blankets. Just 'cause you
They
want
will
them.
phone check you. Like that.
See, they don't listen, and you can't beat them. So
Why would you want?
So they can
and
listen.
They do listen. You know what the great thing about dogs is? I'm sorry, cats, but you're evil. Dogs, they eventually, it's a syncing. Like they will sync to you. They'll get used to you. So they'll know when you take naps, when you go to sleep, when you do all kinds of shit, when you watch TV.
yeah, so it's gonna be
relax.
plotting on me while I'm fucking
No,
relaxing.
it knows your routine, so it adapts to your routine.
Hey, Maka,
Cats will plot on you.
plotting on me. All
Yeah,
these dogs plotting, all these animals plotting on me. I don't like it.
Maka will literally, he knows the drill. He is like in the mornings.
Yeah.
I was like, because at first he was like, oh, we get up at 7 a.m. I said, whose house is this? Weekends, we chilling. When I say he does not like, he will go to the door if he's real bad.
Yeah.
But he will never use it inside.
Yeah.
He refuses to because he's just like, hey, cool. But in the mornings now, went from 7 a.m. Shoot, motherfuckers asleep when I get
That's it.
I said,
They
bro.
get used to it. They'll work
He's
around
like,
your
he's
sleeping
like 10
schedule.
o'clock, we good. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, weekend days, buddy.
Nah,
Yeah, like I had my dog trained to well, when he smelled coffee, he knew, okay, now it's time. This
See,
motherfucker's cool. We can
Their
go out.
routine.
You-
Yeah,
but
their
no, but-
routine goes around your routine.
Right, but the thing is, poor dog wouldn't have a routine because I stay up till like 4 or 5 in the morning.
It would
and
absolutely
shit.
have a routine.
Bro,
Whenever
I
you
s-
sleep is
you
when
know
he would
me.
sleep.
Yeah, but you have enough room for the dog to have his own room.
What would they get?
You're wealthy. Look, he didn't deny it.
doesn't-
He didn't.
Well,
He
yeah,
didn't
he is, but
deny
that
it.
doesn't-
He's a straight rider.
That's not the point.
I am the definition of healthy middle class.
Right, exactly, and that means I'm broke.
Hardy middle class. We'll
So
say
unless
hardy.
I throw him, unless I throw him in the fucking.
I'm chunky Campbell.
Chucky, yeah, he ain't regular
He's cream
Campbell's
of
soup.
Come on, hey, give me tomato soup.
Nah.
Come on. No, you know what? I'm classic chicken noodle. All right, I got lumps of meat.
Yeah,
I
you
got
got
some
like-
noodle stuff.
yeah.
Because there's other motherfuckers that are just tomato soup.
You're right.
Yeah,
No.
it's
You
true.
got bits and pieces.
Right, I got little bits and pieces. That's right. I got a little Skrilla.
Campbell's home style chicken noodle.
Yeah.
You get that at Dollar Tree, but
Yes,
still, it's still
yeah,
good.
yeah.
You know,
See,
it's
I'm
still-
not-
The
you're-
range of middle class.
that's the range.
Yeah.
Through the eyes of Campbell's soup. Let's make that diagram.
All right. For TikTok purposes, I'm gonna make the wealth chart of soups. So you got
You just changed the game right
you got
there.
your classic tomato soup. If you're a tomato soup, you're broke.
You're nothing ass nigga. I'm
Right.
sorry. Yeah. that is the equivalent of the Campbell's tomato soup. If you're that's the biggest insult. So there you go.
Oh my god.
Ready for that, actually.
It's true. Is it not true, TJ? Yeah, professional.
Yeah, see, like the Progressos kind
Who's
of in
the
the middle.
Progresso
Who's
here?
this
Progressive.
Progressos like they have the appearances of fancy,
But it's not.
But it's not much above.
It's not good.
Right. Like if you're if you're
Hey, bro, he's the dude in the hood who drives a nice car but still lives in the hood, so you're confused.
right, right.
He's that guy in my apartment complex with the BMW.
Bro,
yeah, you're
That guy.
your apartment
That fucking
but a
guy.
BMW.
bro, I lived off Riverside. Dude had a Tesla. I said, one of these things can't coincide.
Yeah. The
Right.
scale is not equal.
Right.
Right, and then you got your healthy choices with the chicken and dumpling.
Nah, bro.
Then you got
no,
let's see
no.
what you got. You got see here. You got the chunky. You got Campbell's, and then some motherfuckers just raviolis. It's not even in the same picture.
Chef Boyardee?
Chef Boyardee.
No, that's the brokest. Chill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're just
is.
not. They're so broke. They're not even the same
Yeah,
category.
you're not
anymore.
a soup.
It's not even a soup.
Yeah.
Last comment.
Last comment. It's censored. And I can't say the words because it has the N word in it.
Well, just say
NAN, nothing
N-word.
ass. N word is key. He
Oh.
was trying to catchphrase NAN.
Oh, hey. Whoa, key.
Wait, you can't beat dogs, but you can beat furry. There it
Use
is.
it more in the chat.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I have to approve it every time the N word is used. So no, don't
Really?
do that. Yeah, there's language blocks on this. You can't just be saying slurs in my chat
What?
But we can say it.
because I don't want people saying slurs in my chat.
But us
We
three,
don't have enough.
us,
Yeah,
yeah, like
that's-
We don't have
and
enough
Key-
motherfuckers. We have 6 people, and we had 10, but we started talking about furries and weird shit, and so people left.
You said you hated furries.
Yeah, They were
I
probably
said
Shove them away.
they make me
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Also, time out. I'm putting focal point.
we got to get this.
Soup.
Yeah,
Reviews.
no,
no.
we're here for review soup.
We're here for
Number
review.
5,
Campbell's
Annie's chicken noodle soup. Number 4, organic noodle soup from Pacific. Number 3, healthy choice. I'm kidding. We're not doing this.
Right. Squid Game.
Squid Game.
Yeah.
Visions.
Actually,
Fuck a
Visions
segue. We
first.
just got Visions. God damn it.
Yeah,
Bring it
Visions
up.
is fine. We'll plow through it.
Go through it.
Okay, we'll be right back. This is a weird hour intro.
Yet.
Welcome to McGrew's Reviews, everybody.
AKA Sammy hates furries.
Oh my God! No, they don't even know what you're talking about because it's not included
Whole
in this
separate show.
Separate show, TJ. You don't edit these shits. You don't know how these things are operated. They're not going to know about all the other conversations about furries and aneurysms and Campbell's chunky soups
And people in baby diapers.
and
That's
people
a
in baby
fetish.
diapers and dogs
And lactators.
and lactators. They're
Tune
not. They're,
in to some
they're
of
gonna
our
miss
shit.
all of that.
Yeah, right.
They're gonna miss all of that if they just watch the show in the audio
tell you
format. If they're
what.
watching it live, they get all that shit
Yeah,
in the
they've already
archive.
seen it.
Maybe I might leave it in there. I don't.
Compost
I
after
feel like
dark,
that's a
baby.
gift,
Yeah,
man. Like,
I don't. Yeah,
Weekend compost is a different.
yeah.
I might just
The
leave
real
stuff.
sex of.
Right. I might just leave stuff off to the void, and once it's gone from Twitch, it's gone because I don't want there to be hatred of furries out there on my behalf.
did it.
What if a furry is
I
the fucking
defended 'em.
financer of the Mexcellence Network, like
Not
on
anymore.
television?
Not anymore.
Well, yeah, unless I cut it.
Scrub it.
Scrub.
I think that's a good idea.
Scrub that whole pre-show.
Scrub all of it.
The soups, all of it.
They could be in baby diapers, and I talk mad shit. about the
Exactly.
baby diaper
And you
people.
know that financiers are sex perverts.
It's Hollywood.
It's Hollywood,
That's
baby.
what Hollywood is.
And you know what? We're going to be talking about
Deviancy.
Hollywood, baby. Welcome, everybody, to Furry's Got Money, I'm sure. Shut up, Key.
You
Welcome,
know them
everybody.
shits is not cheap, yo.
Yeah.
They ain't cheap, man.
Right. And they're trending on TikTok, and then unassuming people like
Yeah,
me
bro.
get caught up in it by accident entirely.
Give it a chance.
Actually, time out. You ever realize that furries have to consistently go to all of the furry conventions and for their costumes? Damn, they have money.
The price
No
of
matter where the
condoms, too,
convention is.
going up.
Anywhere in the country, maybe even world.
Maybe even the world.
What's the biggest furry convention in the world?
I don't care to know.
No.
Google might block me from that.
You get a booth and you make new friends. Because we need to heal this relationship, Sammy. Our future depends on it.
Why do I have to?
Because you did this.
You go out there in the suit.
I defended them.
Fine, go join them.
It's not my thing, but I'm not shaming them.
All of a sudden.
What do you mean?
You're ashamed to dress up as a furry
We
man.
all
It's
jumped
not
on
my
the
thing.
opportunity to be the otter Ronald McDonald.
You're the only one who.
We getting paid. We all say we didn't hesitate.
To not technically vibe with.
Oh
hers.
my God! Just you guys want to go into the movies and then you're talking about hentai and all sorts of things.
Speaking of
guys,
squids, yeah, we could do that. That
There ain't a
works.
squid in this show.
bro.
Ain't a single one.
bro, this
It is one.
Really?
It is one. The
This
old
very
lady, she's
easy.
chopping it up in her little. So there is actually a squid in Squid
And that's
Game.
probably a metaphor.
So it's a metaphor, most
Oh my
definitely. That's all the show
God.
was. Go ahead,
Oh my
Sammy.
God! Well, these Friday shows are off the rails. That's why we don't do Friday shows.
It's the end of the week, man. We're
End of the
all
week.
fucked.
We don't
up
give a
mentally,
shit. We don't got
just-
anything to do tomorrow. But let's talk about movies and television because there's lots of movies and television,
We'll just talk about
especially
television
overseas. If you do it right, because we're talking about Star Wars Visions, which is mostly Japanese anime style, entirely Japanese
That's all it
anime
is.
style from different Japanese animation studios. And then we got, was it Korea, South Korea?
South Korea,
South
one of my
Kor-
favorite places now that
Of
I
course.
dream of going to.
Two for there's no both movies were awful. You're talking about because
What do you mean?
what was the first movie that won all the Academy Awards?
Parasite.
Parasite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be parasited when I go to South Korea, nor do I want to be a part of the first episode of Squid Games.
Well, any of it.
Those two things I've seen, and it makes me not want to go to South Korea and be poor, lest
the
I be
key.
Campbell's Chunky Soup poor in Korea.
That's the thing. You just can't be poor in South Korea. And if you can afford to go to South Korea, you're
They were using like $1
poor.
million increments of their money. I don't know how that does in inflation,
All
but
I know, I know the math. I don't know the math, but I know the equivalence of the money at the end of
yeah,
the
someone
day.
said like 100 million yen,
no,
and I'm like, oh, it's not even the right unit,
Yeah,
but
it's won.
It's won,
Won,
whatever. Did you say Juan? But
which equated to $36 million US.
sure, but I had to do math, and you know me,
Yeah.
not good at math.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about Visions. We're going to talk about Squid Game, and non-spoiler for Squid Game, but absolutely entirely spoiler for Visions.
Okay.
Yeah, and Tommy doesn't care about Visions,
I
but
don't. I
TJ
mean, I do
saw
and I
it.
don't. Like,
I saw half.
You saw half. You gave up.
No, actually, no, I wanted to watch the other half too, but I wanted to hear how it goes. Before I continued down the other
You
half.
quit. Okay, and then Jay
Not
watched
quit.
all of them.
I would so.
Okay, well, we'll plow through
No,
these ones.
because for reals though, I heard that. Well, for some people, the second half was a lot
More interesting?
a lot more interesting. So I kind of wanted to, much to like how JJ, I know that before the show you were like, oh, like kind of we do a convinced to watch. Similar sense, except I thought it was more applicable to Visions, and so I paused. I actually had time to finish it out today. But
Okay.
I would love to hear y'all's opinions.
Sounds like you just cheated, but whatever. Anyway.
I literally had like 2 hours.
I do love how this is McGrew's reviews, and this is the first thing I'm not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we need to
have
get
no
those.
part.
We talk about furry clicks. We need to get those sweet, sweet anime clicks. And you guys have been trying to convince me to watch anime. These guys have been trying to convince me to watch anime for
This is a
the
big deal.
longest time.
This is a big deal. I gave up also.
Okay, well, you didn't tell me that. I wouldn't have watched this either, and we wouldn't be here reviewing it.
Oh, you like Star Wars?
I like Star Wars, and that's why I
I'm
watched
very
it.
interested to see what you think about it.
Because, well, first of all, me and JJ had this preliminary thought with Star Wars because with all of the series, I found the series to be pretty interesting altogether. But this whole project from Star Wars was them licensing out Star Wars not characters, but items in the world and stuff
yeah.
like that they can play in. Non-canon, so do whatever the hell you want. Have fun with our IP. Do it in your own style. It's going to be a fabulous time. And what I realized immediately after about 3 episodes, and we'll go through each episode very quickly because it's just me and him, they only got the rights to Jedis apparently. Because I was excited about, oh man, there might be some bounty hunter shit. There might be some, I don't know, starfighter shit. I was looking for all sorts of variety of things.
So here's the thing. Like, I think they did actually have rights to do whatever they wanted. The Jedi thing resonates a lot with
Samurai.
Well, yeah, it's
and then
it-
also
taken
like,
wholesale.
If you give a studio a chance and it's their first Star Wars thing, they're probably going to lean into the thing that they know people will, like, at the very least have a quicker understanding
Yeah.
or vibe with.
and people
guess.
love the Jedi.
Like, because remember, that since it's I thought every studio, it was a different studio. So it's not as though, like, everyone was like, cool, we're on the same page. We're all doing.
Right. This wasn't. The Animatrix is probably the closest thing you can compare this to, but the Animatrix was also canon. So they all were playing off the same book, whereas this is like, nah, go wild, do whatever you want.
Right. And I think
That
These
that
are the bullet points. These are Star Wars bullet points. There's lightsabers, there's Jedis.
right.
Boom.
Go nuts.
I don't know if I like that.
Well, that's the thing.
Okay.
As I went along, I'm like, oh my God. This is everything I don't like about Star Wars. Like, generally, in the broadest of strokes, I'm tired of fucking Jedis doing God knows what. I'm tired of everybody being a Skywalker. I'm tired of everybody fighting the Empire that apparently just won't ever fucking die, okay?
Yeah.
And faceless people can just chop down forever, and that's it. And once I realized, oh, they're not going to do anything outside of Jedis, everybody's going to be a Jedi, then I kind of sucked it up and just see if I can enjoy the story as it was. And so the first episode was the one where when you think about, oh man, what if anime was Jedis and what if Star Wars was anime? You get the first one, which was, I want to say, what is it, the Wanderer or the Ronin? What the fuck is this called? I had all the names here and I just didn't care to look at them again because it bores me. No, this was The Duel. Okay, so the premise of this one, Lone Ronin comes to town or is in town with his droid little fun friend. Bad guy shows up, starts trying to take over the town. They have a duel. He's a Jedi. They're Sith. They do battle. And it's done in that 3D kind of anime style. And he's not really a Jedi because he has a red lightsaber too. You've seen the commercials. He pulls out the red lightsaber. Apparently he's just like a Sith hunter. And he's just collecting bounties and protecting the people. Yeah, he's the man with no name.
Kind of like that.
Yeah. When you think about it, it's like, oh, he's the man with no name.
Because one thing,
But
what is
yeah,
it?
he's a Ronin.
Yeah.
Ronin is a samurai without a lord.
Without
Yeah.
anything. So
And usually, if you're a Ronin, or not usually, but a lot of the times, it's because you went against your kingdom or you did something to
it's
exclude
something
yourself. Right?
unsavory.
Right.
Yeah.
So it would make sense.
Right.
That's very Star Wars. I mean, with the whole Mandalorian Western thing.
Right. No, and
the
that
samurai being the Jedi type thing.
Right.
That is very Star Wars. That seems to make sense.
Right, so that set the precedent, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. You know what? That's just a traditional Japanese samurai story. I've seen enough anime. What's the one? The guy with the red hair who's a samurai, not Afro samurai, but
Rurouni Kenshin.
Rurouni Kenshin. Saw that. Kind of know that kind of style of anime. I'm like, okay, groovy. It's the same type of thing, not exactly the same, but they do battle, lightsaber fight. Neat. Cool. I enjoy it. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I like this
I
one.
like this one. I go, okay, this is anime and Star Wars. I get the picture. It
was cool.
You like that one?
I was wanting to like
Yo,
it.
Jimbo, there you go.
I wanted to like it more.
Right. It was a little, well, that's,
This is the one where, because I remember in the trailer, this is one of the ones where I was like, that's such a dope animation style.
right.
Yeah. This one visually captivates you. In terms of story, there's not much, but that can be said for all of them.
Right.
They're
Like-
all really short.
Like, say what you will about What If. What If is 30 minutes. And these are about 20. I think the longest one is like 30 minutes.
Right.
And these ones get a story in, but it's very subtle and it's very one beat and that's it. Whereas, What If, they're just like, all right, here's the whole story. Fuck it. Here we go. Full steam ahead. And these shorts, they take their time or they just skip over things and assume you're smart, which I appreciated. And some of them, we'll get to that. But then I've also heard of the filler episode when it comes to animes, where you have your whole storyline and then you have ones where they go to the park and they have fun and it does a little bit of character development.
Slice of life sometimes.
Slice of life, perhaps. And that brings us to Tatooine Rhapsody, the second episode, which I was
a
like,
fun name.
oh no. So all this is about,
Was this Trigger Streets? Not Trigger Street, Trigger.
No.
what's Trigger?
No, you'll know when they come.
Yeah.
How about that? They have a
I
very
like that one.
They have a very distinct style, but okay, go ahead.
Okay, but these guys right here,
Nah, you'll know Trigger.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not Trigger style. That's just
No, it's not Trigger style at all. It was very colorful compared to the
It
last
almost
one.
looks
Right.
like Bones.
this one,
Yeah. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know, but who
I don't
this
know
one?
the studios, but
Yeah.
Right.
that.
Trigger was
You
the
know
only
which
I
one
knew.
Trigger did.
Oh well, yeah.
You know which one.
This
they
one was
did.
Trigger's
Studio
super distinct.
Colorido.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what they do. And the first one was Kamikaze Duga. And so, anyway.
So what is this shit
So
about?
this premise is that young guy right there.
Yeah.
He's a Padawan that got hunted out from the Jedi Temple or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They were blowing up the Jedi Temple. He runs away, and Jabba's idiot nephew finds him and is like, "What are you doing? You're out here in the mud." And the kid's like, "Oh man, please save me." And he goes, "Okay." And then they join each other, and then they start a band, and then they start doing gigs. But because it's Jabba's shitty, stupid nephew, they keep getting their gigs interrupted by stormtroopers and actual Boba Fett. Actual Boba Fett shows up in this one. He's a cute little character.
I don't like this.
And They go, all right, but Jabba's stupid nephew, you're going to become a part of the Jabba crime syndicate. Get off your ass or else we'll murder your friends. And they goes, okay. So he goes, he gets captured. They go to Tatooine. They go to the pod races or whatever. And he's like, Jabba, we'll give up our entire band if you let us play one more set. And he's like, oh, ho, ho, and lets them perform a song. And they perform a song. And then everybody loves it. And then they get to live.
Moving on.
Pause. No, okay.
No, I'm
okay,
gonna
time
say,
out. Can we review?
Do we have to?
Yeah, I kind of have to say this. Tommy is like, yep, that was a story that happened. What did you
Yeah.
think of it, though,
Okay,
TJ?
look, we're not people who've watched Visions get nothing from this. Look, so check it. I think that with this one, definitely one of the. Out of the 4 I saw, and I honestly don't even know if they were in order. This one,
Fair enough.
But I did see this one. This one was a meh. I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought it was inoffensive.
This one felt more like it skewed towards a younger crowd. Like,
Yeah.
this
Fair.
is-
And
yeah.
in this type of anthology, they should have options like
Yeah,
that.
this was for little babies. Like, oh, I want to see Star Wars characters. I want to see Boba Fett as a little toy
I don't.
that's cute
Nah.
and I could buy as a plushie tomorrow.
Nah.
They better have it for Christmas because he's a cute little Boba Fett.
I'll pass.
But I didn't necessarily. I don't think I dislike it nearly as him. Just because I'm like, I knew what demographic it was. Oh,
Thus
cool.
far, y'all not selling me on.
Yeah, so
watching this
as
shit.
it is right now, none of these are like
I
below
was actually
5.
excited to see this.
Yeah.
No,
at one point.
Well, no, there's some that
They're
pick up.
not bad.
Right.
I'm like,
Can we get to the ones that aren't?
Oh,
'Cause
no,
those
no,
are-
so the first one is solid.
The first one is very Star Wars, so it gives you familiar shit.
Right.
So it can
They all
settle
get.
you
Well,
in.
don't worry, we'll get into that. But the
Okay.
first one is neat.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, cool. There's like an umbrella lightsaber. It's real cool. Okay.
Cool.
This one, no lightsabers, just singing. I'm like, okay, it's for cute babies. And then you get the third one, and this one is from Trigger
Okay, now I'm
Studios.
interested. I
That's
love
the one
Trigger.
that did what
Kill
was
a
the name?
Kill.
Kill a Kill. What's the one that's real popular now? The movie that came out, Promare. There you
Promare,
go.
yeah, Promare.
And I was like, oh, I even know that art style because it's popular.
Yeah,
and
it's
this one
very
is
distinctive.
the Twins.
Yep, that's it.
And so the twins, real quick premise, Tommy.
Yeah.
Babies are born from the evil parts of the Sith, and they go, yep, we need 2 babies. They make them from the Sith, split them up. They give them a dual Star Destroyer with a fucking like a giant cannon in the middle.
So they're Sith twins.
They're Sith twins.
That is amazing.
They're opposite Skywalkers, which that's what I didn't like about it.
Oh, what do you mean?
They're boy and a girl, Jedi, boy and a girl Sith type of thing. But they get
what's
to
wrong
stay
with that?
together. Well, that's just Skywalkers again. These are alternate
okay.
universe These are variant Skywalkers.
I like that. I like the contrast.
Sure.
that's all you need to know. That I
That's all-
like
I'm
this
sold
one.
already.
This
Yeah.
one's
Right.
good.
Yes.
It's like
Well,
it's
it's
all
Trigger,
the trigger.
so
Yeah, it's all
of
the
course.
trigger stuff I want from a Star Wars thing.
The studio I trust.
They do battle, and that battle's neat. They do interesting things with lightsabers and the Force and all sorts of all the things that you think about what they do differently.
Still
they-
spoiling a little bit.
No, not really. Did you know before the last movie that the Force could just heal people's chests and lizards and
we're
shit?
We're definitely not.
So then you don't know what the Force is because
So did
apparently
they add shit to the Force?
I don't know. That's
No
what I'm not
way.
spoiling, right?
Okay.
Because the thing is,
Well, that might
they
ruin it.
can. That's the rule, right?
Yeah,
the rule
'cause they
is
can do
that
whatever they want.
the Force doesn't mean anything.
Clearly
so
not.
they can make the Force do whatever they
Thanks,
want.
Last Jedi. Yeah.
No,
it
there's
means
things in
nothing.
here they do tricks with lightsaber stuff eventually, where they just change rules on it. So that's what I'm saying
Yeah,
about
no.
this. I could spoil the Star Wars things, but then there's just other things that just don't work in the continuity of regular Star Wars, which is why it works as this continuity thing,
but it's not
or this
canon.
alternate universe continuity thing.
Whose idea was it to not make this canon? 'Cause that
George
was
Lucas
stupid as fuck.
specifically.
Well,
No, kidding, no.
I was saying
Disney.
they let that motherfucker in the
I don't
building.
think they can be canon.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Because-
you'd link some of the.
Yeah,
It's that ambitious.
They can't be canon because they really wanted them to like just take the reins, do whatever you want.
And this was the one where I was like, all right, I knew Trigger would have fun with it, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
I
Right.
felt like they had the most fun thus far. Because the episode after one is the last one I saw. So this one I was like, they had a lot of fun. And I
Right.
liked it.
Right. And this was the episode that they went for it. They're like, okay, we got Star Wars. Let's fucking play with Star Wars toys. If we're gonna get toys made of our episode, which you know that they're gonna, this is half. Let the Japanese do cool anime stuff, and half. Let's make sweet toys for fucking Christmas 2021 because we don't have a new Star Wars movie to come out.
Yeah, those real hardcore Star Wars.
And the children will like this too because they're doing battle in space. It's dope, right? All of these, for the most part, they do some sort of battle,
Well,
and so
you got to, but
right.
I mean, yeah, it's Trigger. I trust them.
Right.
This one's a lot of fun.
This one's a lot of fun.
I might try this
JJ, I mean, besides it being fun, anything else you want to highlight? I mean, it I don't know, man. I got sitting there, I was like, this is Trigger. That's how I felt.
And I think
if you're
there's
familiar
less
with
ass.
Trigger,
It's like, that's the only
Wait,
thing.
they could have had ass in this?
It's a segment.
now I
Trigger
feel
thing.
shit. Now I'm
That's the
triggered.
only
Gonna be a
Trigger
close
thing
up
that
to
they
some
have.
ass cheeks. Yeah.
I could have had sweet Jedi cheeks.
I don't know if you want to. That will really take you out of it.
but yeah, this is
I want that
probably
part
like,
of my TikTok
the
algorithm.
Game
Jedi
of Thrones
cheeks.
version of Star Wars. Where's that at?
All right, it's coming.
We need that.
It might. It should. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say this one and the first one are probably the ones that stand out the most visually
Right.
out
Okay.
of the entire series.
All of them okay.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Anime.
That's what I was thinking
Cool.
it would be.
Anime. Cool. And then we move on to anime. This one is.
I'm already bored with
I
that
like
one.
this one.
This one was
liked it
The
more
Village
than the second
Bride.
one.
Yeah.
The Village Bride.
Village
Kinema
Bride.
Citrus is the one that did this one.
Quick pause before you get started with this.
Uh-huh.
You know what this? Just you guys describing this. You know what it makes me want? It makes me want like just an anthology of short films based in the Star Wars world of actual live action.
No, I
Right.
mean, I think if we're talking about like an overarching criticism, I think something you extended beforehand.
That's
is
in canon,
true,
by the
right?
way,
Like,
yeah.
No.
to me, I want those 22 minute to 30 minute, like the best way an anthology works is because they have the time to have these very short stories that you leave off satisfied. Anime works because it's usually a lot of short bursts of really cool shit, and you can be like, cool, I got my craziness in a burst, and then I'm good to go. But anime inherently, you know, there's a different format for shows that are like maybe like a JJ, have you seen Kaguya Love is War? Or
Yeah.
so you know where like you could have like small intervals within an entire episode, but that's a totally different format. To me, it's like this weird thing where I'm like, dang, I want a little more, or I want like y'all guys can, or where in the case of or in the case where the first episode where I'm like, dang, I like this animation style, but you're only 13 minutes.
Where's episode 2?
Like
Yeah.
you guys can keep going here. So that's part of my feeling. I was like, because the reason why why the third episode worked out of the ones I watched was because Trigger, it was like, cool, I'm getting Sakuga the fuck out. Sakuga just means like super money
Thank you.
and
I
money
didn't know
and
it.
flash. Like
Okay.
that is it. And I'm like, yes. So if you're not going to do that, if you're going to give me some more character based or even more lighthearted stuff, then I want some more development.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how I was kind of feeling.
So yeah, like
Yeah.
the Trigger Street shit. Yeah, just go balls to the wall.
It's either go balls to the wall.
Because it's short. Yeah, we just
Right.
got a beginner, middle, end, all nuts. Go in, get them out. That's it.
There it is.
Is
right?
that am I alone on that? Like,
No. I
No, that
agree.
should be
I
just
think
the basic
this would
rule.
have been overall the series as a whole. I do enjoy it, but I feel it would have benefited a whole lot more if instead of having each studio do their own story, have them all work off the same script and they animate one part of it. I think that would have worked better than this, because with this, the problem that I have with anthologies, even with like Love, Death, and Robots and stuff, is that even if one is very, very good, that's it. It's done.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get another one.
Right.
And then with Love, Death, and Robots, it was very hit and miss with me, and there were a lot more misses. This, since it's Star Wars, I was a little softer on. But yeah, I feel that there are more misses in this. Like for the general public, there's going to be more misses than there are hits.
I like that you brought up Love, Death, and Robots. 'Cause that's one of my. I love it, but I feel the same way about it that you do. Which is why I do love it, but I only love it because the ones that are really fucking good
or standouts.
just stand out
So
so goddamn
so that's
much.
the thing.
Yeah.
But like with and here's the difference maker, because you've both seen Love, Death, and Robots, right? And certain you've seen an episode.
God,
Okay.
What are you doing? man?
This
That's why you need a
the
couch. in there.
podcast.
We'll get. Hey, if you need help setting up a living room, man, we're gonna get you a couch. a
Hey,
TV so you
hey,
can watch
To be fair,
Love,
he
Death,
doesn't
and
have it.
Robots.
He has a TV. He just doesn't use it.
Yeah, he doesn't use it at all. It's
Right.
dusty as hell.
Because I'm doing editing in this. I'm watching Squid Games in anime.
But with this one, right? Like but even with Love, Death, and the Robots, the one thing I can give it is it has the time. So the ones I like, I get more of.
Right.
The ones I like in this one, there's two. I didn't dislike the fourth one that
Right.
I know we haven't gone into yet.
Yeah.
Before I was like, yeah, like this is where it kicked into me. This is where I was like, at this episode, this is why I also stopped, where I was like, okay, I'm going to continue to watch these, but I'm hoping to hear that they get longer. Like, I want to give myself spoiler. I want to hear that they get better, something like that, because I'm like,
Don't know.
I'm like, these have the opportune chance to be, or maybe I just wanted more Trigger.
maybe.
I think you just wanted more Trigger.
Yeah. We all
This
want more
one,
Trigger.
I liked for different reasons. The fourth one,
Yeah, this was The Village Bride.
The Village Bride, I liked it because it goes more into the philosophy of the Force, where this character is in an alien planet where they don't call it the Force, they call it something else.
Right.
And it's kind of like in Full Metal Alchemist, where Shao had its own style of alchemy. That's what's going on here. Like, this planet has its own style of the Force.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just an observer. She's sort of conflicted as to whether or not she wants to continue on the Jedi path or not. And witnessing what's going on the planet with the Village Bride in particular sort of edges her over one way. And that's the story in this one. That's what I liked about it. But at the same time, I like that kind of like philosophy sort of driven narrative.
Yeah.
If you're not into that, this one's not going to jive with you.
And I'm not into that.
As a Star Wars fan, you sold the fuck out of that for me. Like, only thing that's the problem, again, if they had an anthology where it's like they give you 50 minutes, 45 to 50 minutes, do a live action in canon Star Wars story, some shit like that.
This one, I feel
That would be amazing.
This one, I feel, would have benefited more from like being stretched out
Yeah.
to being like its own like proper 30-minute or
because it's more of an
hour-long,
existential
yeah.
type. Yeah, it's not.
But since it's so quick, it kind of falls short a little bit. But
yeah, potential there, and you just kind of squandered.
right,
Yeah,
and I can say the same for the last three, which I think were probably my favorite ones.
Right.
The last three, I feel this one and the last three, I feel, are the ones that would have benefited from being either longer or having their own separate like story, like being their own little minisode. If instead of doing Visions as a bunch of shorts, they were like a 40-minute episode and each one's different.
Yeah.
Those three and this one would have been perfect.
Oh, nice.
That.
Damn it.
I know we haven't gotten it, but I'm glad that you said that, at least, like, because that also tells me that the last three, you were like, these are fine. They're just, there's the length thing. Because, like I was saying, when I got to this one, I was like, this is where it really just snapped in my head. I was like,
Right.
this was just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Like, if this was just a little bit longer, I'd love this.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't like that feeling.
because I'm like, this is giving me the beats that I want.
Yeah.
Right. I'm coming off of my. Yeah, store to
trigger.
Coke, baby.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what trigger is.
do this.
That's
Let's fucking
precisely
go.
what that is.
shit
now-
damn near gave me an aneurysm.
And
But I
now
was
time
like-
to calm down.
But if
You
you're gonna,
calm down.
but it's like, yeah, the slow episodes are the ones where I'm like, I just want a little more.
And see, I'm on the opposite end of this one because I looked at this episode and I go, oh, it's just this episode with more steps and more complexity. Where, I mean, Lone Ronin or someone who's,
Wayward
of the Force is like, what should I do? Oh, okay. And then they just make a decision one way or the other. And there's another episode that they do it in a similar way. And so half of these episodes or a third of these episodes are just like, do I want to be a Jedi or not? I don't know. And then they just do a small story to do that. And this one was like, okay, I know the beats of this one. I kind of know what's going to happen. And if it goes one way or the other, I don't really care because it's just Jedi story again. And the people stuff, like the bride and the whole earth is the Force and mana and all this stuff. It's like, okay, like I'm Catholic and I enjoy the study of how certain religions interpret other things and stuff, spirituality and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And the Force is already... they've already seen that, like in Rogue One with the monk and stuff, so they have like equivalents of monks and stuff and things like that. So it's like, okay, I've seen it. It didn't interest me all that much. I was kind of bored with it, but that's my review.
I like
of that
the
one.
idea behind that.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all idea and execution, and it's
but
just.
to me, it's an idea that should not have been taken so lightly to put it in a fucking
30-minute episode. Less than that.
like that's a great. That could have been a fucking plot point in the Mandalorian or some shit.
You know what?
Ahsoka,
You know what it reminded me
it's
of?
Ahsoka, right? The next show that's coming.
You know what it reminded me of in the most basic of ways?
What?
Mad Max, like the Fury Road.
Yeah.
guy or any Mad Max.
That's cool.
Or maybe the third one where
I
he's
want to
like
see a Star Wars version of Mad Max.
Right.
That sounds amazing.
I mean, it's less about the idea of hero comes in, sees the town in action. The story's more about the town,
Right.
And then Mad Max is just kind of there,
In
like,
the
okay,
background,
what should I do in this whole situation? I can kind of help. I can run Guzzling to this, and she's the Guzzling runner in this one, and in her own special way.
Right.
It's a loose adaptation of Mad Max. I bet you won't get that review anywhere else.
So like you're selling me.
It's
but,
more quiet, to be fair.
But
there's no.
You're selling me on the
Warriors.
idea, and it just sounds like the idea was poorly executed.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, then we go to the next one, and the next one this is arguably one of my favorites. This is the Ninth Jedi out of which review? Production IG, and so this one.
Yeah. This one's also really good.
This one's really good.
Damn, I just stopped right before a good one.
Oh yeah, this one is my neat one. Essentially, a group of people get a mysterious handheld message saying, "Hey, I'm this guy. I have a bunch of kyber crystals. I got some lightsabers. You guys are force sensitive. I want you guys to be Jedi. We're trying to bring this shit back." And so these guys, they come in, they're like, "Okay, do we trust this guy? What do we do?" Right? Cut to the guy making the lightsabers. He's just the guy and working on the shop, and chaos ensues. So my favorite part of this whole thing is not necessarily about, oh, we got to find out who's the Jedi. We got to bring back the Jedi again. I don't care about the Jedi. My thing was that the story starts with a guy forging lightsabers, and he's just a blacksmith. That, to me, is more interesting than fucking Jedis or lightsabers or the Sith. I don't care. I want, like, the guys who have to deal with the magic guru people. That, to me, is more interesting. Because he's just a dude. He's not a Jedi.
To be fair, Sammy, I think everyone is with you because, I think fucking Star Wars themselves are kind of shifting away from that shit.
Right.
And like, God damn it, my brain froze up. It is Ahsoka, right?
Yes. What?
Rosario
Ahsoka Tano,
Dawson,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I love her character so fucking much. And like, even with the animated series, like, because her lightsaber's white. Why is it white?
No,
because she's in the middle.
I've
and
always
I'm like,
loved
let's focus on that shit.
I've always
Right,
loved the
right.
so I've always loved the concept of middle.
her. Yes.
Yeah, I'm
and-
like, dog.
Because I've always had that
You don't have to pick a side.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, why the fuck do I have to be both? I have to be perfect or I have to be straight evil? Like, most people aren't that. They're in the middle.
You need the ability to
That's what
use
she
lightning
is.
to
Yes.
help people.
Right.
Exactly
I want
right.
Force lightning.
I want Force Lightning as a good guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was supposed to be Mace Windu for a little bit.
Right.
That's why his is purple.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But that was
Samuel L. requested.
Yeah, that's just 'cause you want
That was a
purple
Samuel
lightsaber.
L.
Yeah,
thing, yeah.
but it's red for the Sith. And
Yeah, blue or green for
Right.
the Jedi. But like, let's explore more of that. And it looks like
But they
this
didn't
shit was
explore that.
tapping at that fucking door, and still
Right.
no
Not in
one
the
wants to go there
movies,
yet.
But in the Clone Wars, the short stories, he does use like some dark side powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does he can tap into it.
Okay.
He just doesn't fully.
Right. And this one plays with the idea of concept of lightsabers as well. I'm not gonna spoil that, lest I get yelled at. But but
They
it's
play
neat.
around with the lore a little bit.
Right,
But I
yeah.
like the way they play around.
Fast,
okay.
fast
If
and
it's
easy.
good, I'm okay
Fast
with
and
it.
easy with the lore and all of these things.
Princess Leia being a Jedi, I do not like.
Right.
Yeah.
But with this one, my favorite concept of Star Wars that brought to my attention with this episode was there's regular people dealing with fucking space wizards and magic.
I love that.
Like that to me is like, okay, I'm helping these Jedi. Or people who want to be Jedi.
Yeah.
They have this magical power that I have no idea about. I just know how to work the machines to make them work.
Yeah.
Fuck. Right? My family's in danger. I'm in danger. People are coming. The fucking empire's after me, and I'm just a guy. And that's only a small part of this story,
That's a
but
great
that is
premise,
to
yeah.
me more interesting.
It almost sounds like if Quentin Tarantino came up with
No, but imagine
Star Wars, that would be something like it.
imagine you're working at HEB or something, and then a knight comes through and starts checking out. You're like, oh shit, it's a fucking knight!
Night. And
Like
then
he's
some
wearing
other shit pops off. It's like, well,
wearing a
lucky
whole-
I have a knight here.
right, yeah. He's wearing a whole fucking suit of armor. He's got a
Yeah.
sword in
I
his
hope he's a
thing.
real knight.
right, and he can make fireballs come out of his hands just because. I hope he's not mad at me.
Yeah.
But knights are supposed to be good. We hear the legends. Oh, knights are so cool, but you don't fucking know. And that guy right there is just the blacksmith for fucking swords. And he's like, oh shit, this is probably gonna get me in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
All right, well, I got a duty to do. Fuck it. And so I like that idea way more out of all of them. JJ, any last thoughts on this one?
No, this one, along with the last three, is really good.
Right. And then now we got Toby. This is from
Sorry?
Toby.
That's the name of the episode?
TOB1.
Oh, the studio.
No, TOB1 is the name of the robot.
And the name of the episode.
And the
TOB1.
TOB1.
Fuck.
Who did
Okay,
this
let's go.
This is Science Saru. And essentially, it's just, look at Astro Boy.
Yeah, now I'm out.
Look at him. He's so cute.
This was one of the weaker ones for me, but
It looks
again,
like
it
it.
skews younger.
Right.
Like, this
Oh
one
my
is
God,
geared
why are
towards a
you
younger
wasting
audience.
time?
Oh, yep, keep moving.
This, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Y'all don't like this one.
No, this one's for little babies and toys. And little baby
It
toys.
just kind of this brings the whole series to a halt when they do this.
No,
shit,
it kind of
man.
was. Because like, oh man, that was kind of heavy.
Come out with a whole. Do a baby visions where you can have a whole 6 episodes of that shit and that
Well,
other one. Like
none of these were like overtly violent, really. Like
Right.
more mature themes,
Right.
probably though. Yeah.
But this one's like, I'm a robot boy. I'm a real boy. I could be a Jedi too.
Oh,
and he's
fuck
like,
that.
you're a robot, son. Calm down. But I
Sounds-
want to be a Jedi, Dad. It's that.
Sounds lazy as hell.
It's
It sounds like a studio that honestly didn't have an idea.
it's weird because it's both equally lazy and unnecessarily convoluted.
this one,
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to like.
Say anything about
Shit
it.
on
Yeah, I
too
don't want to belittle anyone that worked on it, and I don't want to assume anything, but it kind of feels like this one was written by people who had a vague idea of Star Wars, but,
Didn't know much else
Right,
about
but
it.
aren't like fans of Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I mean, the same could be said for other ones on here, but this one in particular kind of like was the
It doesn't
low
look
point for
anything
me,
like Star Wars.
where it was like,
Right.
I feel like you guys just wanted to like.
Got this contract. And
Hey, shit, they got Disney money. Shut up.
I feel like they were like, well, we have this story, we have this idea that we already want to do about a robot. It really
Right.
doesn't have anything to do with Star Wars, but Disney's giving us a lot of money.
And hey,
Right.
Star Wars has robots.
We're just gonna make him. He's gonna be.
Yeah, right.
We need to remake Fern Gully for this one episode. It's like, oh god damn it, guys.
Damn it, no.
If you can notice
This
the
is making
background there.
this one's making me that shot's making me sad.
That said, it
talking
is very
about?
beautifully animated. They put that Disney money to work.
Yeah.
Oh, sure they did.
No, it's a cute
No, not because it's
style.
not beautiful or a great style. It's just it's not Star Wars. It's nothing in that says Star Wars.
I would actually like
That's
to,
why I don't like it.
whenever it comes up, or if it's already passed, you can let me know. I'd like to know which one you felt had the weakest animation as well.
Ooh, that's
Want
the
to run through
thing.
them all first?
Well, yeah, we're almost
Okay.
done. There's 3 more, and this one
That one.
is probably my
Okay.
favorite. You said the cheapest?
No, this one's my
What-
favorite one.
oh.
Favorite one. Oh, this one for me
Even more
is-
than the trigger.
Then I want to know.
I
the
think
least
this one is
about it.
also Trigger.
Oh,
Yes.
if they gave Trigger 2.
Yeah, they
They
get Trigger
gave
2.
Trigger 2.
Motherfucker,
I didn't know it was
right,
Trigger.
okay.
This one's the second Trigger
Hey,
one.
Sammy, tread lightly.
I tread lightly. Don't worry, you'll get scared from the first one. This is The Elder.
Oh.
This one.
Huh.
It's fucking creepy, dog.
Hell
I
yeah,
hate this
it's
guy.
creepy.
He sucks.
This one is the one where I'm like, if there is a chance that they can Digimon movie this and make Summer Wars, like, you know how our war game was the Digimon movie,
yeah.
and then they were like, this is a really solid idea, we should make its own thing. This is the one where
This
I'm
is-
like, make this one your own thing.
Right.
So what is this one about?
This one feels like an episode of the Clone Wars, like
Okay.
a Jedi Master and his apprentice are traveling the Outer Rim. They're patrolling it, and the Master senses something in the Force, and they decide to land on a planet to investigate. And once they get there,
Things are not as they seem.
things are not as they seem.
Hello there.
Oh, God.
You saw the commercial at the very least. Hello. But
But yeah,
I watched the subbed version.
oh, shut the hell up. They probably revealed more.
And that's Trigger?
That's Trigger. Yes.
Okay, doesn't look like it.
I had no idea.
Not
so.
from that shot.
Right.
You'll probably see it during the episode.
Okay.
Didn't have the same blue and pink hues. This
it's
one's
not
very
Pearl but
Yeah, it's not colorful. It's
right. But the idea and what I liked about this the most is, hey, do you want to do Obi-Wan and Anakin with less stakes? And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I kind of do because I don't need him to be. I know he's going to be Darth Vader, and I know Obi-Wan's going to have to try to pull him the entire time. These are just 2 guys, 2 bros. One's not quite as old as Obi-Wan, like old Obi-Wan. He's kind of like mid-career Clone Wars. Obi-Wan, just kind of.
If we were to make them Obi-Wan and Anakin, I would place this like before Attack of the Clones in the timeline. It feels like it's Anakin coming up, and he's already getting that like cockiness to him,
Right.
Yeah.
but he's still not like being
Correct,
tickled by the dark side.
Right.
Not getting his balls tickled by the doctor.
Right. Yeah. He's just a young man with a lightsaber who's a demigod. He's like, I want to go do demigod shit. He's like, calm down.
Yeah.
And they mentioned many times in the first seconds is like this his master, he's seen a lot already. He's traveled. He's well traveled. So he's like, I bet you've seen everything.
Actually reminds me more of a Qui-Gon Jinn than Obi-Wan.
Yeah, well, in terms of his kind of his way he speaks and things like that. Also, kind of had in the way he spoke, kind of had a Han Solo vibe to him. I felt.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like imagine if Han Solo was a Jedi and was like principled. He had that kind of demeanor. Where he's like, yeah, I've seen some shit.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Hey, you're being a little crazy right now. I need you to go back to your lessons, remember the Force, and chill the fuck out. And the guy's like, all right, fine. You're right. You're right, Master. I'll chill the fuck out. And that's it. And that's the relationship. And they develop that because they keep talking. This is more of a talking episode than anything. And their relationship's awesome.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed it. Just the relationship that they had and the way that
stuff
they
happens.
And the way that they only pulled one punch I was mad about, but it was fine. If they decided to go further with this one, then I would be happy with it. But if they didn't pull one punch, this would be a 10 out of 10 story for me.
Also, since it's Trigger, it's gloriously animated.
Oh yeah,
of course.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
I said, I was like, the other part, that was what I was saying. I was like, if you can't tell by the colors, you'll tell by the animation.
Oh yeah,
very
that's
nice.
what it is, and that's why I looked at this. I'm like, that has none of the signatures right there.
Right. Yeah, and the battle's there's battle in there, and the battle is very
All right.
has colors.
A good palette.
It's black and white mostly, but it's in terms of like that grayish overtone with a little bit of stuff. But no,
It's very Afro samurai.
it's not bland
okay.
though. It's not bland.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
that's my second.
there's a lot of
Alright.
energy to it in terms of
Yeah, it doesn't
the
have to be
actual fight.
colorful, but like I said, the color scheme and palette
Trigger
has
brings
to be
life. Trigger is a good job of bringing life
To-
what they're known for are the ones with the most bang and color.
Yeah.
But they bring shit real, so they're really good about
Oh
it.
no,
Right.
I trust them completely.
Did you ever watch Black Dynamite?
Yes.
The season 2 intro was animated by Trigger.
No shit. Okay.
But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the Jedi.
Well, that gets me stoked.
Well-
and I'm really excited to hear about these last couple.
Yep, there's only 2 more, and coincidentally named La Pinocho. That's the 8th episode, and that's the Rabbit Girl.
I've heard a lot of people like this one.
Hip hop.
This one's
to the
really-
Rabbit Girl.
I like the themes that this one touches on.
Right.
Why is there a rabbit girl in the Star Wars
Just 'cause.
universe?
Just
I mean,
why is there calamari people? Why is there Squid Game men in there?
Can't.
Really?
I can't. See that? Like I used to read.
Oh, I'm the furry hater. Cat girl, rabbit girls? No,
My
sir.
whole thing is like, it's not like it's not the anime rabbit girl type thing, but like to me, I'm like, dude, it's a universe. I'm like,
Yeah, Star Wars got squid people. They got
it's
the
true.
wolf, the actual wolf
a
man.
werewolf. It's a straight up
It's
werewolf.
just the werewolf
Satan.
man.
Like,
Satan. Right.
People still don't know the actual name of Yoda's species.
I know. I love that
It's,
mystery. And yeah, sure, it could be cat girls out there somewhere, but it's
There's
so
Twi'leks.
distinctively anime to where it's like, ain't no motherfucking cat girls out there in this universe far, far away.
nigga, you watching an anime? I'm certain
But
that if it was live
listen,
action and looked
no,
clean, yeah.
I would accept it if it were canon, but it ain't. So I don't like wasting my time. I read Star
So
Wars
Ryan
books.
Johnson put rabbit women in your live action
No.
movies.
Go away, Ryan.
Hey, John Favreau, put a rabbit woman in Mando.
Robert Rodriguez.
The
Put,
book of
there you
Boba
go.
Fett is just going to be nothing but rabbit and cat girls.
If they do that,
I'm in.
I'm good.
I'm there.
Because it's canon. I do not like wasting my time with Star Wars shit that's not canon. That's why
Well,
I
none
stopped
of
reading the
this is
fucking
canon.
books. Because
None
I
of this
hate
is
that. That's what
canon.
I'm saying.
So
That's
don't
what
watch
makes
any
me
of
not
these.
want to watch.
I guess I'm
None of the books are canon
yeah.
either now.
That's what I'm. That's why I told you. That's what fucked me up, JJ. Because I'm like, so this is a waste of time.
My whole thing is like, if you're just considering the shit that's canon, aka a lot of the movies, I'm like, that's not that much great shit.
Right.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's
but
not good.
still.
Right. And that's,
But that's
And
the
the
thing.
theme
That's the
park.
point. Bring some of this shit in.
And the theme park.
The
Galaxy's Edge is also canon.
yes, all the things that happen in Galaxy's Edge is canon.
As
They're
long
trying to fix it with Mandalorian and all that shit.
Right.
But like, yeah, bring in good shit for canon.
But this one's a story, honestly, very simple premise. Elderly man. Actually, no, I'm sorry, even sooner than that. Good, healthy Earth type planet. Is not able to survive somehow. So the Empire is like, hey, we'll trade you resources, and then they industrialize the shit out of the planet. And so all the native local people are like, hey, all right, Empire, you said you were going to help us a little bit. Now you're just kind of industrial complexing us. So fuck all that. We're gonna be upset with you. And then the sub story of that brings it all together. A family that's doing pretty well off that kind of makes contracts with the Empire adopts a rabbit woman from slavery, and then she's family now. And then family ensues, and the family is tested to the limits of the Empire.
I heard this one was good though.
It is really good. It is also very nicely animated. The themes it touches on, I like a lot. Like Sam said,
Yeah.
it touches on family, and it touches on environmentalism a little bit.
Right, a little more Fern Gully.
I fell asleep back there because everything you said bored the fuck out of me.
All of a sudden.
What do you mean?
You don't like rabbit people? You don't like
politics and environmental shit in my Star Wars? No, I don't. I don't at all.
What about family strife?
Well, I'm just like, they're touching on different shit.
TJ, I don't give a
What about
fuck.
family
You
strife?
give me Jedi, great. Bounty hunters, super. Cat girls talking about environmental shit.
Technically, no
I'm
Jedi
out.
in this.
Huh?
Technically, no Jedi in this.
No Jedi.
I believe it, JJ. I believe because none of this shit's familiar to me as far as Star Wars goes. I'm out. Fuck that one.
Now, I will say that this one was the most like, oh, this is just Japan. This is not Star Wars universe.
That's what I'm saying.
Because a lot of the backdrops were Japanese, not that alien language of
Yeah,
Star Wars.
that
a lot of the facades were like
is my
pagodas and stuff like that. There's a blade that shows up that has like Japanese writing on it. I'm like, this is just Japan.
Yes.
Like, it's not Star Wars.
If this
it's
was
just
its own
Japan.
thing, great. If this was its own separate anime, super duper.
That said, they created one of the most baller logos. So they took the Jedi emblem and put it as a crane, and I thought that shit was fucking tight.
Yeah.
It was really pretty. Like, it's just like a little character thing that they did, but there's the Jedi logo, but they put wings on the crane
I bet
and then
it's
the head in the
cool as
middle.
shit, Sam. Guess what, though? It ain't canon, so it's probably the last time you'll see it.
No, I'm gonna be able to buy it on a badge at Disneyland's Galaxy's Edge for
I don't think
$24.99.
you will, though.
I kind of liked it a lot.
I'm sure you did, but it's just
very-
not
it's
canon,
very
so it doesn't
sweet.
really exist at all within the story of Star Wars that you know.
Everything exists.
I guess maybe I just don't give a fuck about Star Wars like that. I mean, it's such a lame franchise. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Whoa.
Look, pause. I'm gonna get this off my chest. Look, Star Wars ain't that good. If majority of your
Anymore.
shit
Anymore.
fine. Yeah, the old shit is fine. Actually,
Whoa.
I like the oldest shit. The Star Wars 4 through 6, fine.
Look,
Most of the primary movies, 1, 2, and 3, I don't give a fuck about.
Listen.
The new ones, also not good. Rogue One is still the best one.
I will bet my man.
No, bitch, because you like this franchise. I'm kidding. Rogue One is great. But
Rogue One's fantastic.
I'm just saying, what people like about Star Wars is the idea of Star Wars
Look.
rather than the actual property of Star Wars.
I agreed with this man for a long time.
So you
believe
like
it or not.
this a lot because it plays with the idea.
But it ain't canon, though.
And-
so it's because it's not written.
I'm like, people love the idea of Star Wars and painted out this big ass
it's like
picture.
America.
The
Look.
games are good. Like, the games are probably where I get the most enjoyment from. I said that before. But a lot of the times, most people are controversial or conscientious on a lot of the properties and franchises. And I'm like, you've got to be fucking me.
So
Oh, Jesus.
I got the perfect analogy for you, TJ. Oh, he like that. I got a perfect analogy. Star Wars is a shit sandwich in which, yeah, the first one, okay. Second one, fantastic. Then we start to see a decline. That's when we start getting into the shit part of the sandwich. The bread is those first two. The shit is the prequels. The shit are the J.J. Abrams ones.
The first one is
The Last
fine.
Jedi especially. The first one's serviceable.
It's serviceable.
It's serviceable.
But the thing is, it's just bastardized with those last two. Just completely undercut
Trash.
everything.
Absolute and utter trash. Bottom part of the bread, Mandalorian.
Right.
And the new ones that they come because they're really shifting more
Right.
into the
Book of
Mandalorian
Boba Fett.
style.
Well, no, I
Boba
think John
Fett.
Favreau's running is doing pretty well.
Ahsoka, yeah.
Boba Fett was...
Boba Fett's Robert
Not Boba
Rodriguez,
Fett,
I believe. yeah.
Mando.
Mando was like, first time again where I was like, cool, this is, guys are playing with the idea of Star Wars and
You didn't like
elaborating.
Mandalorian?
No, I liked
He loved it.
I liked
Or liked
Mandalorian
it.
a lot.
Okay.
Because it plays with that. But that's what I'm saying. Everybody is so rock hard, dicked hard about what's canon and not. And I'm like, dude.
The world is what they love. They don't
I'm
love
like,
the
dude,
stories.
you don't like the stories.
Right.
of because they're fucking terrible for the most part. They
like,
really are.
So that's why I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck that this is not canon. Because to me, this shit's still good if it's good.
Right.
No, and that's my issue, man. Because
You want to canonize them? They're all Jedi and Sith legends. There. They're canonized.
You did that, JJ. Disney didn't do that.
Disney did do that. All the books are legends.
I don't care. I want authenticity, man. But that's the thing. It's great ideas in some of these. Bits and pieces of great ideas that you could put to the main continuity of Star Wars from this point forward. Because they're overhauling Star Wars, if you haven't noticed, to shit that's actually serviceable that we can like. Because all that Skywalker saga shit was terrible.
Well, that was what I was so upset about this, was that with Mandalorian, they were getting away from Jedi. And then at the end of that, they go, okay, guess what? Jedis are still the most powerful things ever.
As long as you do something creative with them.
Take the baby, and now it's like, okay, what are they going to do
I'm
now?
waiting on that movie where they make a Jedi a bad guy. Just because someone else has like more of an Ahsoka kind of mindset to where like, no, world's great, not black or white. And this Jedi is just very one-sided, and it's coming. I guarantee
Disney won't let that happen. You can't sell toys with grade characters. Han Solo, you can't sell guns of his.
Y'all,
do you get what I'm saying? Fucking industry people don't know what the fuck, how to use this.
I just don't get it. I just don't. I'm like, yeah, like the reason why I've never called myself a Star Wars fan is for the same reason. I'm like, yo, dude, like technically, if we're talking like the games, yeah, I'm actually have a higher track record with that. But overarching
movies and
other
TV, they're okay.
The TV shows are fine.
Yeah,
actually, yeah. Let me take
movies are their bread and
TV
butter.
shows are fine. Actually, most of them are actually really good.
Everything on Star Wars
Rebels
was
is
hitched
really
on the movies. Yeah, they're all really good.
Clone Wars is great.
Yeah, they're all good.
But that's my whole thing. I'm like, people really get so fucking fixated on this idea. I'm like, shit. If non-canon means I get more different shit, and even if it's Jedis, at least you're doing Jedis with fucking ridiculous colors. I'll take it.
Right. And then you get this last episode. You get this last episode, which is none of those things. Akakiri.
Oh,
this one was one of my least favorites, and it's the last.
I'm not liking the animation style.
So essentially,
I don't like the art style, but the animation's fine. Actually, I think this might be one of the weaker animated ones.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, this one didn't have a place in any other. If they put this anywhere else, it would have stunted everything, because it's actually one of the darker episodes. It actually makes no sense considering it's one of the darker episodes and it's the finale, so it kind of is like, oh man, it's kind of dour, this whole episode. Mm-hmm. But the idea is that another Ronin type guy, individual force guy, is like having visions of bad things, and he doesn't know how to fight that vision and wants to control what he sees as the future, right? And so he's like, oh, I don't know how to fight this. I don't know what to do. So he tries to save a princess that he knows, and he's struggling with the idea that he feels like he's going to be a murderer, even though he's having migraines.
How do you go from this to that little kitty?
It's the same company,
boy.
actually. The kitty one and this one are the same company. Only two of them got two, and those were the two companies that got the two.
And those.
This was Science Saru, who had the Toby one.
All right, yeah, they put all the budget in Toby.
They put all the budget in Toby, and
they said, no, the reason they put all the money in Toby because Disney came through and said, toys.
I want
make it happen.
I want a Toby.
You want 2 episodes? We want toys.
Yeah.
Right, but you can't make any toys of a guy who has migraines and PTSD. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, and he looks kind of Mexican, to be honest.
He looks super Mexican.
This one would have benefited from being longer. Like, I feel where they were going with the story, they didn't have enough time to let it breathe.
Right.
I love that it's that I actually like that to hear that they end off on the darkest one, because I'm like, a lot of these are a little too chipper. Right. But at the very
this one's boring. That's the worst part, is that it's boring. It's interesting enough, but it's slow burn, and then it fizzles. It's like, oh man, this is nice. And it's gone. It's like, oh,
that's just.
Oh, okay. And then it alludes to another Palpatine Skywalker thing.
I'm good.
And I'm just like, oh my God. Okay.
It goes back to a lot of shit that you just don't.
Well, and so that's kind of the overview of this whole series, right? Yeah. If we're not spoiling everything, is 1, too many fucking lightsabers and Jedis. 2,
not enough cat girls.
Not enough cat girls, especially Egyptian ones. And then it's retreading a lot of the same beats as those other old stories of Star Wars. It's like, oh, we got siblings and Jedi
that you're familiar with.
Yeah, and Empire taking over things. And so none of it is wholly original, but some of it's neat to look at. But essentially...
I mean, they were supposed to be inspired by Star Wars, so it was never going to be like wholly original.
Well, no, but the idea was that they had the world. They had the world to play in, and they played in the same sandbox. of Jedis, and that's it.
Those are the same action figures you got.
So, yeah,
you just give them to a different kid.
Right, give them to a different kid. Right. They polish them up, make a different story with those same lightsabers and figures. Right. Where my favorite part, at least as of right now, of Star Wars is ground level blaster regular people like Mandalorians and stuff like that. And Lando, yeah. and pilots. Like, give me some space shit.
See, I don't care about the pilot.
The pilot stuff is where the best stuff is at. Like clones,
says you.
I don't really care.
I'm a bounty hunter.
No. See, but you give me Wedge Antilles and where he's from. Yeah. You give me Porkins, and then I'm just like, all right, fuck it.
To be honest, the ship, like, still to me, out of all the Star Wars movies, outside of the Darth Vader, I'm gonna cut your ass scene, it has one of the best scenes, which is like the Lightspeed thing, like Lightspeed, where like you can do some cool shit.
Right. It's like, all right, guys, we're
great idea in a shit movie. Yeah.
But,
no, literally the golden nugget in the turd.
Yeah.
I was like, I like this.
The second one.
Absolutely.
And then right after that,
then Leia. Yeah.
No, that was separate scenes, but yes, all bad all the time.
All right before.
No, but still, but the whole thing is just like those guys.
Like to watch that movie. Yeah.
No, but those guys in the pilot just, all right, Red Leader, we're gonna go ahead and fuck some shit up. All right.
And they always look like your dad.
Right. They all have porno 70s mustaches.
None of them were like supermodels.
They're all kind of elderly, like kind of 40-year-old guys. Like, all right, we've done this before. Let's do it again. I can't shake them. Shut the fuck up. They blow up inside themselves and then they're dead. Like, people actually die. And I wanted, like, these characters, I don't care if they die because they don't mean anything because they're not in canon. So
you can Star Wars Top Gun.
Exactly. Rogue Squadron. There's going to be a Rogue Squadron movie, and I think it's going to be all women. I'm not sure.
I'm okay.
I know there's a lady director of it, but
yeah.
I have a fear that they're going to be like, it's going to be all women pilots. Like, no, just throw them in there equal. I want to be a pilot in Star Wars. You know that's my dream.
I want to see Negroes and women more in Star Wars. Fuck the Skywalker.
I want to see Mexicans in Star Wars that are not Admiral Akbar.
I want that to be y'all's fucking thing so much.
Now, before we go into what we want from Star Wars, JJ, how do you feel about this? Overarching.
Not enough Mexican
and then
this
episode, and then more like a overarching finally.
Right.
Like to finalize it.
Right.
This episode, I would also, rank it amongst my favorites, but it would probably be like the bottom one of the favorites. Overall, I enjoyed Visions. I think it hit more than missed with me. But again, like, I like Star Wars,
right.
So I was naturally going to be softer on this than I would be on something else. And yeah, like I said, if there is a chance for any one of these to, be expanded upon, if Disney comes back and gives Trigger a truckload of money and is like, make another one, but just you guys.
Right.
I'm ready for that. I want that to happen.
I think that I don't need it. I think that I'm also kind of hopeful of that. Of like what I'm hoping what Disney was doing with this is like cool. We'll see which ones generate the most hype, and then we can kind of elaborate. And even if they're not canon, just giving like full fleshed out stories to me is adds extra validity.
Mm-hmm.
Means nothing to me.
Jesus. Yeah, I'm just.
Watch The Elder. That one's good.
The Elder
and the other Trigger one.
Oh, no, I'm absolutely watching that. Yeah. I'm a Trigger fan, so I have to.
The Elder one feels like it was written by someone who is deep into the Star Wars.
Which is cool.
Lore.
But see,
I'm excited that I haven't seen it yet.
Real quick, my issue with that is, like, I'm going to see great shit that I'm like, this should be actually in.
No, but you don't need it to be. You don't need it to be. You need the idea.
Because that Star Wars, he's right. That shit sucks. They need to fix that.
No, you need the ideas to be there because you can make great stories. Because this is the thing. Some of these have good ideas in them. That has the best ideas. Mm-hmm. Like, overarching like different bits and pieces of how the Jedi are treated, how the Jedi are seen, how they operate. That has the best continuity in terms of all of that. If they just made new characters in the Star Wars universe, they don't even have to be these guys. They don't have to be that guy. But just let them go, oh, this is why people like the Jedi, because they're benevolent peacemakers. They're not soldiers. They say in the first fucking episode 1, we're here to bring the peace. We're not soldiers. And then the rest of the movies, they're soldiers fighting against clones.
They always are, yeah.
Right. No, but those guys were just like, we were looking at the Outer Realm and some spooky shit happened. We should check it out. Yeah. Here, hold on. These villagers are a little weirded out. Let me go talk to them. Okay, you good? All right. Well, what do you think this service of the Force is? I don't know. What do you think it is? I don't know. Maybe we should go figure it out. Okay. That's the whole premise. That's the first 5 minutes of the whole episode. It's just them talking like regular people, trying to figure shit out. But no, it's not like, oh, this is where the fun begins. Anakin, don't jump from the plane.
It's just quiet.
It's quiet and it's calm and contemplative, and it makes a lot of assumptions of like, oh, you know what Jedis are. You're smart enough to figure out the things that they're talking about because we know that you're a smart individual. You're not a dumbass that needs to be spoon fed every single plot point and thing.
And I guess I like new stories, and so this is and then sorry, last touch point before we hop into Squid Game. Should be a lot quicker. Terms like, hey, I didn't feel like it leaned too much into one way or the other. I felt like each one of these, except for one, like right, or y'all guys, or at least the ones I watched, all of them. I felt like you got more Star Wars in some. You got more anime in some.
Right.
But at least when I left off, I was like, I'm kind of a 50-50 right now, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
Well, you hate Star Wars, so it makes sense.
Right, and I don't
hate Star Wars.
Well, I don't
You're doing my book now.
I don't particularly like anime, and some of these episodes did the anime things of just holding on things and like, what? And like just little things like that you notice, cut corners, even though they had all the money in the world, just like certain cells holding too long or certain reaction shots and so on. They're a little delayed and whatever. And I'm just like, anime, you cannot do some of these things. You can grow a little bit more. And like, let's see, like the reason why I like that one so much was because it was like, oh, yeah, so, they're using all the cheat points, but it's because it's so
the
still.
Signatures of anime,
right? But it's so still that it actually works.
Right.
You don't need it to be dynamic and crazy. You don't need them to have those things.
A little slightly off subject before we end it. Maybe a controversial take. I believe now that anime is such an international thing, and anime itself is so.
Whatever you're gonna say, no.
No. I feel like we should just have like separate like sects of the anime like style and all that. Let others do it within their culture, I guess.
That's why you have the Last Airbender, right?
Motherfucker.
Cool.
I
know that's what I'm saying. Like we need one from Mexico.
No, that was the first thought I had.
Africa,
There's an animated series.
No, but the thing I wanted the most out of this one, I did actually have that thought. And I was like, what if they had like Mexican lore Jedi? Like where like the Jedi where they were
giving me great ideas.
Well, no, because like if like the Jedis instead of being on like these industrialized planets, they were in fucking jungles with rock pyramids and shit.
I like that idea.
Like they did it a little bit in the video game Fallen Order. There were some levels like that where it was like kind of jungly.
Yeah.
I think the first level.
The second level.
Yeah, and it's like I want to see Jedi and stormtroopers fight more in jungles, and I want rock pyramids. And I want space Mexicans, and I want lightsabers to have like
space Aztecs. Yeah,
right. I want them to have that. It sounds
they're
really
like the original Jedi.
Right.
Give me that shit, TJ. You wouldn't like that?
No. What I'm saying towards your point is, so manhwa is Korean, Chinese. Chinese is just getting more into animation, so it's happening. Oh my gosh.
Got a high school?
No. There was one like it was. Made by a French dude.
Yeah.
Sacre Bleu Studios.
I love French
it starts with an R, I think. There was one made by a French dude. Like so it is branching off.
I love that.
The only thing that I don't, because I just don't want it to devolve into other certain situations just because I think anime in and of itself what makes it
that's the base.
Like that's the baseline, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and you should never forget what that is. Yeah.
Because the other reason why it works so well the way it does is because a lot of the places where it's happening or it's growing, they treat anime as though it's able to tell more adult level stories.
Yeah,
whereas the US, that's why half the time it never works.
Right. But see, it's just so popular now. It's so ingrained in the youth now. That's what animation will probably be. At least traditional types of animation. That's not fucking CGI. Fuck, maybe we'll get one of those.
No, I mean, shoot,
eventually.
Infinity Train got canceled. Like all these really good American made just get canceled.
Yeah.
They don't
Was it Radiant?
Radiant, thank you. Radiant. Oh my God, I was burning.
Shadow Shogun X, thank him.
Oh, thank you. I was like Radiant. I haven't watched it personally, but actually heard like it gets better as you go on. I was just like, I know the start wasn't great, but yeah, no, it's getting there though. I'm just like, but America's going to be the hardest one to inherently grow just because of the way that animation is treated. It's what's got that dude to hate anime.
Right.
True.
So, long story short, Keys in the chat. There's a show coming out about rebel pilots, but it's delayed because Gina Carano is supposed to be in it. That's one. And he follows up with, there's a Latina in Star Wars Squadrons, and they made her the mechanic. So I'm going to go ahead and fight. Who's the head? Is it Kathleen Kennedy? She's in charge of Star Wars? I'm going to go fight her.
Good question.
I'm going to go fight her in the face. Is it Kathleen
That was
Kennedy?
Favreau, but...
No, he's in charge of the TVs. I don't know. Let me see here.
Who's the Kevin Feige of Star Wars?
Who runs Star Wars? Kathleen Kennedy.
God damn, just give it to you guys.
Just give me...
Yeah.
I just want...
Because look, I've just been reading article after article, a couple this week, about just how, Mexican people, Hispanics, Latinos in general, like, it's so many.
We're the #1 movie going population in the United States.
That's what I'm saying. Where the fuck is your Tom Cruise and Will Smith? Like, you don't fucking have... It's
George
crazy.
Lopez, come
I will
on.
throw you off
I
of
know,
a cliff. Yeah, no.
Hey,
The dude from Ant-Man.
Michael
Pena.
So, come on.
I'm sick of it, man.
Y'all just don't have good standards.
Yeah, as the criminal sidekick in Ant-Man, as George Lopez
Very
is George Lopez. I'm still mad that Pedro Pascal.
I feel bad for George Lopez. Everyone's just like, it's just George Lopez.
No, but
it's just George.
But Pedro Pascal is a good single father in
Mando guy.
And then who's the guy in Rogue One?
Diego
Luna. I always forget. I hate the fact that he shot a man in the alley
Andor.
in the first 2 minutes of his appearance.
He's still one of the best characters in the fucking...
Yeah, and then he
was
gets blowed up.
complicated.
Then he gets blowed
Saving
up.
the world.
No, he gave the catchphrase to the white woman, and then he's been saying it for
He did
30
fall
years.
for that white woman,
and then
he?
the white woman goes, "Hey, this is what the Mexican said." And everyone's like, "Yeah, a white woman said it. Let's follow
that
her."
is true.
And I wanted to punch the movie, which is why I don't
They
like
gave
that
him his
movie.
own show, so it's all right.
Yeah, he's already dead.
I know, it's a Black Widow situation.
But we're gonna get on out of here and take a break.
No
Squid
breaks,
Game.
just
While
fucking
we get
go
on
to
to
Squid Game.
well, JJ's got to leave, and I got to make a clean get out.
Okay.
And I got to drink some water because my voice is hoarse. We'll be right back with Squid Game.
What was that?
It's from TikTok. It's the little girl singing it. It's Squid Game. I don't know how it goes. All I hear is the
I
fucking
listened to
song.
the sub version. I didn't watch.
Oh, do they sing in English in the regular one?
Last I checked.
Let me see if I could find the song on TikTok because
You watched the English one?
I watched the English one. That's what I preset
absolutely
to.
watch the English one. I don't have time to read.
Let me
I'm
see.
doing shit.
Yeah, that was the thing here. Is I usually watch
Don't
the
have time.
subtitle one, but I didn't want to have to read.
I'm going to tell you straight up. This is not me being the sub versus dub thing.
Yeah.
This is just like that English one is not like nearly as good.
I assume.
It really took it genuinely, my homeboy.
I don't know what it is. Oh, it's her saying stop and go. Is that what that is?
Red light, green light.
Yeah, TikTok just makes me listen to the thing. So I was just simulating phonetically what I
what
was
it
hearing.
sounds
in
I've
that
like.
one.
never, and I've also never understood that whole like, oh, I'm doing shit. I gotta like, nigga, you can read and watch something.
Motherfucker, I cannot wash dishes.
Yeah, I don't understand
To
Korean.
my TV.
I'm washing dishes.
Read that shit.
How do y'all?
I need the gist, TJ. Give me the gist, and I'm.
Do you
good.
want to know the reason why I don't watch what I watch? Because I have to give my full attention to it. And there's no real times where I can truly give my full attention to anything anymore because nothing really matters to me enough to give it my full
Yeah, he
attention.
won't. It's hard to get.
The
him
only
to
thing
watch
that I get
shit.
my full attention is the shit that we do here in this. I'm not on my phone
recommended-
being like, so guys, what do you think of Squid Game?
I
Number
recommended
one
a million
hit.
things to you, and he's just like, "Nah, I can't watch it." Got
I
shit
watched
to
the
do."
fucking hockey shit. You
I'm
can
just,
shut your mouth.
You enjoyed
Okay,
it.
look. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it at 150 with y'all.
Okay.
I do not like to hear the I don't have time for something sort of argument. Because trust me, I am the person
And,
who
hey,
understands that the
Hey,
most.
Also, full disclosure, I do hate reading subtitles. It has to be worth it. Like, City of God's my favorite movie ever. I will read those subtitles to the day I die. I already know them by heart.
That's all I'm saying. I'm like,
I'm sure Squid Game might have been on that level. Parasite is on that level.
I'm not, because when it comes to foreign stuff,
Yeah.
I'm usually a lot more like, oh yeah, whatever.
I gotta
right?
pick and choose.
Yeah, but for this one in particular, I literally got through the first episode, was like, let me watch this back in like Korean and see that, and it's like night and day, because the whole point is the there's quirk stuff, like to like their faces and stuff, and like the way that they're doing the pronunciation that just sounds weird when American dudes are just yelling for no goddamn.
Oh yeah, that I
yeah.
did notice right away. Well, anyway, we're talking about Squid Game, everybody. One Squid Game, and the premise is that there's a Squid Game. I'm not going to tell you anything. All of that. That's
Not
the first
really,
5
that's-
minutes of it.
okay.
That's the first 5 minutes of it. There's a Squid Game where
There's
you
a Squid
essentially
Game.
it looks like a good sweet offensive line, defensive line drill, didn't it? Like the actual Squid Game, it's like, all right, you got one guy in the line.
Yeah, like,
Back, yeah.
it felt like Oklahoma drill.
It felt like, I mean, for the football players, the Squid Game,
Oklahoma
the opening is
drill,
like, all right, so you got to get to the quarterback, so you got to light up the guy, and if you cross face, you get to use both your legs. I'm like, wait, what? This sounds. And these kids are like pushing
It's
each
just
other,
ominous,
pulling.
yeah.
Right, and it's like if you throw them outside the line, they're dead, and it's like, oh fuck yeah, let's do these drills, son.
The show that really doesn't need an introduction, dude. It's
fucking everywhere.
It's number one on Netflix. Everyone knows about it, and it's one of the few ones where I know that we'll get into opinions here soon, but at the very least, I like. There's a lot of hype around it, and it's the type of show that I'm like, I do think it deserves the watch through.
It deserves a hike.
Yeah,
absolutely,
for sure. Yeah,
it's a really it deserves its hype, and I don't usually get to say that. I'm not the
very few shows that.
Yeah, I'm not the type who usually gets impact. Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. I'm not the type where hype is the end all be all, but it does have an impact onto whether you like the show or not, right?
Right.
But at least for my introduction, because part of the reason why we're reviewing it too is outside of it just being the number one show on Netflix,
being a phenomenon, yeah.
I'm just making sure my shit works. That's all. Don't worry about it.
I was like, is there? I'm not seeing the audio thingy.
We're going.
Okay, I was like, I was scared.
yeah, it's all frozen on my end, but we're still live. Looks like.
No, but one of the biggest things, at least for me, right, was that, or why we're even doing it, is because I watched it first, and I don't think, and I honestly, there's a rare time that I come through and I'm like, shit, y'all gotta watch.
I ain't never seen you more hyped about it.
Yeah, I was like, y'all gotta watch this shit, because most of the time, much like how I am with most shows, if I like it, it has to come through conversation before I do a usual hard recommendation. Yeah. But for me, one of my homeboys who y'all met, Cosmo, he was up first.
Yeah.
Right.
He texted me. He was like, he legitimately was like, because we actually like a lot of similar things. He was like, hey, bro, I watched this in one day, and I said, okay.
Right.
Good for you. Yeah.
Don't tell me your problems. I got it.
I work.
Knowing him and how long it usually takes him to watch a show, I was like, okay.
That's surprising, yeah.
Okay, sure. You know me. I can crank out. I watch all. I can. So I am a good TV show watcher.
As am I.
I watched all of Black Mirror in 24 hours. Like I didn't sleep. Like I will, like if it entrenches me, I can knock it out.
Right.
Now, granted, this was one where I had to watch with Michaela. So, I was put on my brakes because, someone has to go to bed.
Because girlfriends suck when you got to watch things with them.
I hate.
Man, that's a whole topic.
That's a different topic.
That's a whole.
I'm just saying, apparently it's a general theme.
It is a big. That and IKEA, two themes of relationship people don't talk about enough. You can't watch a show without your significant other if they like that show. It's a whole thing.
I don't like watching things
I hate
with
that
her
rule.
a lot of the times. But
I'm just saying, future girlfriend, wife, whoever out there, I am watching that shit before you, and I'm not telling you.
We have to do a review.
I've done that many a time. Yeah, I've watched a lot of shows, a lot of episodes twice. Yeah.
Let's not even beat around the bush. I'm certain Marco probably could have made the show today.
Yeah, he's probably watched all of
he
Squid
probably
Game.
could have watched.
Because Jess is
sure.
in our fantasy football group chat, he's got to be like, guys, I haven't seen any of it.
Wink. Yeah.
Right?
So, yeah, it's not his fault.
But, yeah, it's been a minute. And I don't mean this to be like the hipster guy, but I did watch it, like, right after it dropped.
I heard about it right after the drop, and I go, I wonder if it's interesting like that. And then last weekend, it took off. And I was like, oh, okay. The hype was real for that.
Here's the thing with me. I feel like I discovered it first. Because you know how you look at I saw it at Netflix. I look at their lineups of what they're working on sometimes. And there was this one called Round 6, which was originally the title of this. And so I was like, okay, that's a cool premise, but kind of seen that before. And I forgot all about it. And then I saw just the production design and the whole Squid Game and the pink and the weird,
PlayStation controller faces.
Yeah, the PlayStation controller face, that maze looking,
You didn't see that, TJ?
It was straight up
that's
PlayStation.
actually really good.
I was like, without the X.
Those guys are fucking PlayStation
The black
controller
mask
icons.
was the X.
Oh, there you go. He was the X.
There you
But yeah,
go.
no, I
Mad
saw
Catz
that.
controller, so
And
it
the
had a
thing-
different label. On
And this is why I think it's been so popular, because I saw that, and you know how you can click the reminder, like, yeah, definitely remind me when this comes out, because I want to see this. That's the first time I've ever done that, and that was with Squid. I'm like, whatever this is, it's weird. I didn't know it was Korean. I didn't know shit at the moment.
Right.
I'm just like, I love the look of this, and this has sparked my interest so much without knowing anything. And I didn't know that it was round 6 until I had read later, like, oh, Squid Game changed, is the round 6. They changed the name.
Right.
And so I'm like, oh, so that was that. So that's the premise of this. And it's still just more mystery of like, how are they going to do this exactly?
Right. And normally we wouldn't even give the premise away, or we would essentially, but we're not going to here. I got one premise.
It's real simple.
That was real vague, which was essentially Fall Guys, but live action. And I was like, neat. Okay, I'm about that life.
If you like,
most extreme elimination challenge, tight.
Look, if you like
in.
Hunger Games or the most dangerous game or all those traditional, like, yeah, people are probably gonna die,
perhaps
through a game of some type.
Right.
That's this. Like, that's really all you need to know because it plays with that and it subverts expectation of what you think is gonna happen in a story like that.
Well, that's what I think right now because I've only seen the first episode.
Which
so.
You need to see the second because that's when it pops off.
I feel like the first episode was where I was like, I'll fuck with this. The second episode was where I was like, oh.
No.
I make relations to this.
The first episode is an entertaining, kind of generic, starts off slow pilot of a show.
Right.
Hear that.
It was hard to get through.
To me, it wasn't. It was slow.
For me, it was hard to get through.
I think the reason why it was hard, and this goes back to that language thing, because that's what got me.
Yeah.
The more that they're doing this and it's more slow paced or down to earth, and I know the second episode is similar, but the stakes are a lot different.
You're very much into that second episode, yeah.
Yeah, like so that first one, that's what got me. That's why I went back to watch because I was like, I feel like I probably could get this better.
Okay.
And then I appreciated that first one way more, just because, like, it's much like there's some cultural touches in tonality and vocal and the way that they're able to do that makes sense.
And it's a very South Korean thing because like I said, Parasite, I'm not watching that dubbed at all.
Right.
I watch that subbed, and because it's a certain humor, the tone of certain South Korean things. They'll go from almost slapstick comedy
back to
something terrifying real world shit.
And that's why I was like, I can't.
It's hard to do with that dub.
I can't do it with I don't know if it's just a me thing, but I'm like,
no, it took me out of it a little bit.
It doesn't sound right. And it disconnected me. But the moment I went back, it's the same reason why sometimes in anime dub works, but a lot of the times it doesn't, especially with comedy anime.
Yes.
Because comedy anime can't be translated.
Right.
So for this one, but I personally didn't think it started off slow. But yeah, it is a once you get to that second episode though.
That's when it changes. It flips completely. What you're watching from that point forward, you're like, okay, it is a completely different thing now. That second episode's important to watch because that is when you realize you're not watching what you thought you were going to be watching. That's when you realize, like, okay, this has a whole different meaning now.
But I'm actually I'm actually kind of not mad or salty or anything. I'm actually kind of miffed because I wanted you to get to see a little bit more because you don't usually because like we said, you don't usually watch.
Yeah, to convince you to do that shit. Yeah,
right.
But this was actually something where I'm like, you know what? It's a good enough show to where I know you'd have a good time. So I'd love to hear your first episode.
He's very cynical. So
I would have gotten to this one because it is South Korean and. I did love Parasite. I really enjoyed it.
If you love Parasite, you'll love this.
Right. And so it's like, okay, so I'm not real big on South Korean cinema, but it's like, oh.
How could you not be?
Well, because I'm not into cinema, period.
Oh, yeah. The guy who went to film school who hates cinema.
At a certain point, you just fucking realize it's all stupid and doesn't make any sense. And dumb. It's all dumb stuff, and it's all the same, and it's everyone complaining.
Sir.
Everyone's just complaining constantly in film. That's all it is. If you think about it, all movies are just complaints.
All you do is complain. Shut up.
Shit.
Which is why I don't like movies because I do it enough for.
It calls me out for doing it.
I don't need to watch it.
Damn. Okay.
I do it.
That's a fair point. But
that is not a fair point. That's a shit point. But you continue.
What we would like to say is I'm about that action, boss. And so, no, I watched that first episode and I was like, okay, when are they going to get to the sing-songy things that TikTok spoiled?
Yeah.
Well, is the cookie going to be there? Because all I know about this thing is
farther down the line.
Is a cookie, is freeze tag. Or
red light, green light,
whatever.
Did you not play this as a child?
I was not good because I can't stop my momentum. So I'm a chubby kid.
Oh my god!
And
huh? I say, go into what you like.
No, I'm talking about how I'm a chubby kid and how I couldn't stop my momentum and how that little Asian girl would snipe me from the skies.
You would have been one of the first to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
But if I wasn't though, I wouldn't have been one of those jackasses that panicked. But whatever.
Right.
That said. the whole setup of the main character, everyone having their own same issue and ending up at these games, it's like, oh man, they kind of make this work. This guy's really old and really kind of a dipshit. The main character, I forget his name.
Guyan.
Right. Yeah. So it's like, okay, guy down on his luck. He's looking for a
really
way.
Fucking down.
Right,
bro. Bro, you want to talk? So so I was listening to my homeboy watch this.
Yeah.
And he dead ass was like, Taylor, how am I supposed? Because I was hyped. I was like, yo, bro, you gotta watch. He's like, I've been spoiled, except for he knows, but he doesn't know what happens, but he knows what the games are. That's
right.
It.
Okay.
But he was like, how am I supposed to like this main character? Because they try real hard for a while. But to me,
great
I was like,
development.
I in that first episode, I was like, maybe it just hits a different note. But I saw him as like a guy who's trying.
Right.
Kinda.
Well, that was the thing.
Not with the dub version. The dub version, he's just a fucking dipshit.
The dub version, he's kind of a dipshit. And the thing is that he was not unlikable. He wasn't unlikable. He was a rascal, a rapscallion, if you will.
Rolling Stone.
He's like, dude, just get your shit together a little bit.
You're a grown-ass man.
You're a grown-ass man. Get your shit together a little bit. You're kind of shitty to your mom. You have a daughter. You're not very good with her. You don't really listen to her.
No, you got on the road to being a deadbeat.
He stole from his mom.
stole from his mom. He's in with loan sharks.
Introduction to this character.
He's in with loan sharks and like he's just not a
fucking gambling addict. Yeah,
But see that I think that those endear. Man, I would actually love for you to go back and just watch the first.
I'll watch it again. I just haven't done it.
Watch for me. Just watch the first episode.
Okay, I'll try.
It's not that why can't anyone just sit down for like?
Well, that's what I did, and I enjoyed it. But I did recognize that it was a slower pace.
It's not though. That first episode is a rest.
Yes, I'm saying the first episode is a slower pace.
Second, a little bit too, but
because those endearing moments, those touch points are weird. That's I think that. Ooh, that was a really good point that you just made because you were like, "Hey, in English, he was more dipshitty and annoying."
Right.
Yes.
I think that still comes across in the Korean, but I think it was more endearing with his tonality. That's okay. So, ooh, man, that helped crystallize what I was having my issue with that first.
Okay.
I was like,
right.
He's just kind of like he's just so unlikable and not a cool dude. But then the moment I was like, oh, I like that. Like he's like. Because it's like, like his softer tones are a lot better.
Right. Yeah, and his excited tone is shouty American.
Yeah.
The voice actor guy or the dubber, he was just
I don't know why do they do that? Can they not be normal? Like, I don't like the over-the-top dubs. Stop doing that shit. Just do regular, as if people are talking.
Right.
In American tones.
Well, no, because I mean...
it doesn't not work. The anime dubs do not work with movies like
so that's what I'm saying. Like you can't do the over. It just doesn't. It sounds wrong.
It sounds super wrong.
So that's that. Do yourself a favor. Right. Honestly, fuck that. Do yourself the favor.
Well, see, that's what I was going to bring up. Kind of, I know we might still have a lot to go, but it's my overall arc and feeling. I told you I probably dislike this more out of both of you. Well, you didn't.
You disliked it?
No, I like it. It's this close to love. It's a nut hair from love.
I love it.
It's a nut hair from love for me because everything is good. Technically, everything is great. I have never been emotionally manipulated. Ever.
Or violated. Bro, I was emotionally violated.
Better word. Violated is a better word. Yeah, I felt like you motherfuckers. Like,
listen, what did y'all just do?
Like, I damn near cried.
Bro, I was so mad.
You motherfucker. Like, it was an anger. A genuine, but at the same time, it was a respect to, like, no show has ever done that to me before.
Bro, there's literally one. He knows.
Yeah.
The one episode we're talking about.
We can't spoil it.
We can't spoil it. Nothing from. But I got to the end of that. I said, y'all some bitch.
Y'all some hoes. Because even the build up to that got me. The build up got me. Because I'm like, no more.
You know,
yeah.
You know, but you don't know. But you know. But you don't know.
And then and it's like, okay, so.
And the thing is, anybody who's watched it knows.
They know what we're
They know what.
So it's just like, the thing is like, okay, like I know what's probably going to happen, but it's the way you do it. If you do it in a sensitive, good way, to where I could be like, okay, all right,
if they
cool.
don't.
And they do the opposite of that, to where you are not a human anymore.
Is this movie
is this show of shit after that episode.
Gory or harshly violent more than it was in that first episode?
Look, no. Oh, yes, it is.
Time out. It's not the I think I mentioned this before. I don't like. It's not.
I don't like gore.
That gore doesn't scare me.
Violence is fine. The first episode had violence in it.
Oh, that stays throughout.
So to me, it's more violent, but it doesn't ever get sickeningly gory.
Okay. No. It's never sickening, but the violence never
stops.
Yeah, it does. You don't get. You don't get desensitized. If anything, it gets worse to the point to where you're like, fuck, what the hell, man?
If you think shooting is the only way they die, it's not.
Oh god. And it's the aftermath of the violence that's the worst. That's what this show does. This show lingers.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite type of violence.
Sorry, it lets you think. I love it.
That's my favorite type of violence is when it lingers.
Because everyone's
like,
most impactful.
Boom.
To me,
they're
violence,
dead.
If I direct a movie or a show, violence is quick, it's brutal, it's what it is. The aftermath is what's fucked up.
And they don't play music. They
do not.
They just sit.
Look, they don't just linger on the aftermath of they linger on the emotional impact of it. Like, you stew in it.
And then have the audacity to start off the next episode with it.
Yeah, you stew in the misery. And that's what makes this show so fucked up. And like I said, I liked it so I do love it, actually. That's the thing. I love it. I'm not watching this again. I love it the way I love 12 Years a Slave, to where I'm not great. Everything was great. Perfect damn near. I ain't watching it again because the way you feel after you watch the shit, it's rough, man. Will I watch a season 2? Fuck yes, I will.
And I think that.
So it continues on. Doesn't end.
We don't know. We don't know that yet.
It's not that type. It's not that
type.
It
ain't that type of show. And if it does, okay. Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do.
It has a bow, and you're fine.
Yeah, it can end right there.
But it's not like the one where you're like, there's never a chance. Like, they definitely have other things that could.
They put little things, but it's not like a major, like, okay, yeah, we got it.
No, it didn't leave off like,
yeah,
like if you think they leave off before the last game. No, it's not like that.
Yeah, no, it can end where it's at. You'll be fine.
Don't worry. Because I actually have a problem with that too, where it's like, yo, like, if you leave, but they don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if anything, sorry, we pulled away. But I actually,
I'm sorry.
I really wanted to hear your kind of opinions and what you felt.
Yeah, I'm curious to that one episode.
I'd stroke off and then you get to complain.
Yeah.
Well, going into
no, I have none actually. That's my only complaint. It was just so fucking depressing that I don't want to watch it anymore. But it was perfect. Like everything was technically perfect.
So why would I want to watch it? It's not a good sell point.
I don't know how else to put it, man. That's how I felt about it. It's perfection, damn near.
So for me, I've watched. You want to take it to the perfection? I'm kidding you not. You will. It's almost a different experience that first episode.
Okay.
But
it's weird.
So I watched it twice.
The whole show.
I've skimmed. I've watched certain episodes twice. So
I've actually watched. I'm actually on episode 3 again, right? Because I watched the first one. And that's how I knew this show was so well put together.
It knew what it wanted to do from jump. And I'm like, you can see it now when you watch it back.
Yeah, and I'm watching it back.
You can see it.
But also the other thing was, I'm sucked in just as much. I was like, damn, y'all sucked me in again. Like, I was like, how?
It's true.
Right.
I got sucked in with the dub again. Like, because like I said, once you get through it all, I only went back to look at it just to hit certain points for this review. And I kept it on and I just kept it running. And every time I watched the episode over again, you will notice shit to where like, you motherfuckers knew how this was going from jump. And you will catch shit it's so clear when you catch it. Like, you wouldn't have caught it the first viewing at all. You see it the second time, you catch it like that, and it's like, you brilliant bitches. Like, god damn.
South Koreans, why are you smart? Why do you make cinema good?
We keep on, as you can tell, we love it. So we keep on trying to capitalize on it, but the only point I will say before we give you the mic is literally, I think that Sammy will get to an episode and he might drive by our houses because he's
super emotional.
Yeah, you're just a more sensitive person.
Yeah, you are. You're more sensitive than us.
Yeah, but I also don't care about movie people.
Up.
I don't care about movie people.
Oh, dude,
it does character development very well.
I don't care. I don't cry in movies.
I don't either. I rarely do.
You have.
Coco is me. Might as well be my family.
If you cried in Coco, this shit will get you.
Well, I cried in Coco because they're Mexican. South Koreans,
you racist motherfucker. They're people too, Sammy.
But are they Mexicans?
No, so I
cry for them if they get obliterated in a game.
That's too much brown pride. Too much brown pride.
Okay.
Dial it back.
Dial it back. Hold on. Hide the taco.
That's it.
Hide the taco hat.
Boom.
Okay, I'm back
But
now.
Sammy,
What white women at?
Because you were a little spoiled going into it, but hopefully that didn't take away too much for you.
All I got is cookies, and I want to. Oh, actually, for the finale,
You gotta work up to that
for the spoiler review that we'll do inevitably next week.
Yes.
I'm gonna make those cookies, and we're gonna play that game. I
Okay.
haven't seen the episode.
I'm up for that.
Apparently, it's just sugar and baking powder.
It's very easy.
It's very
Yeah,
easy.
it's very easy to
So
make.
I'm gonna see if I can make those this weekend. I'll get a little.
But we
mold.
know the trick, though. If
No,
you watch the
well,
episode,
we'll get a
you'll know the
toothpick
trick.
and then we'll do it. But even then, you can still fuck it up.
The perfect way.
Okay, so we'll make that a rule. You can't do it that way.
Okay. He'll
Okay.
know when he sees it.
Yeah, he'll know.
Well, I know
He'll get
people.
that.
See, I've seen TikTok, so they spoiled it with the toothpick. But otherwise, it's pretty hard apparently.
Yeah.
So.
Who's dressing up as the pink PlayStation guy?
I don't know. I'll be the pink PlayStation guy. I'll be the little girl robot.
How many Halloween costumes?
That's the
It's stupid because it's very affordable. I want to do the jumpsuit, but I might do the pink. I'm doing one
pink.
of the two. Yeah, it's just too easy in a costume.
Before we get into because I really do want. I'll have a powwow with you in a second, but Sammy for real. Sorry, damn, every time.
Nobody cares about what I think.
We love.
It's fine.
We do.
Actually, I've been trying. I'm like,
Because
Nobody
like we
cares
said,
about my
from
thoughts.
someone who's seen it, that first episode, like
I like the first
majority of that episode. I'm like, I don't want to see another episode of this until we get to red light, green light, and then I'm like, all right, I'm in.
because he went in completely blind.
Right.
Yes.
And yeah, so with the first episode, it's like, okay, we got to set up Guy. Once he did and this was halfway spoil the first episode. Once he did that contract with the guys giving up his body autonomy, I go, okay, they're gonna draft him into this thing. Little did I know that they have this whole that they have this whole island thing, and I actually even knew that the guy in the suit who was playing the paper game was the guy trying to set him up because he was like, do you want to sell your body?
Obviously, yeah.
Obvious stuff, right? But it let me know that guy was like money hungry. And that he'd be willing to do a lot of shit for money. Take slap in the face to the point where he won the game. Pumped his hand and slapped the dude in the face. It's like, oh, this was for $10,000 or whatever. Okay, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
So the guy's a big dumb idiot, but cares about his family, needs to get his life on
desperate,
track.
yeah.
He just needs a big influx of cash. Once he's got it, he can pay off his debtors. He's good to go. And then you get to the game and you get to that world where they're setting everything up in the game and they're in the gyms or whatever. And the thing that got me the most the first time watching it, like really paying attention, other than the pacing being a little slow the first episode, just kind of setting everything up, okay, taking his time. I didn't even know that the first game was going to be in the first episode. I thought it was just
The way it went, you
I thought
wouldn't
it was just
think
going to
that,
get
yeah.
there, right? But the one thing I noticed is when you get into that little world there, and when you get into that MC Escher holding
That's
room,
the thing. Yeah, the MC Escher room.
I was like, this is...
That is the imagery that hooked me the well, like I got to watch this, whatever it is.
It was so morbid because of the happy music that was playing.
The colorful
and you guys know that I like me
pastel
some
colors,
You
yeah.
like me some Disneyland, right? So imagine like It's a Small World playing in a fucking police detention
Murder
processing.
dome.
Dude, that thought is wild.
Well, like
That's a great
the
thought, yeah.
processing facility. That's all. No, not even the death thing.
Oh, okay.
But processing because they're getting their picture taken.
Right.
They're signing the contracts, and the whole
damn,
time
I don't
they're
like that thought.
They're
Yeah.
filing up, and it's like it's a small world.
Going from
I
that
mean,
happy-
it's an equivalent, right?
Yeah.
Old classic music. So I'm like, this
Colors,
is
yeah.
eerie. This
foreboding.
setup, right?
Yeah.
It's foreboding. The fact that the walls were so high, and then when they get to the arena, that the walls in this scene are fabricated as well. They're fucking 80 stories high.
Artificial. Yeah, the artificial outdoors freaks me out.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you got this robot little girl with cameras going all
Icon.
over.
Yeah.
Right. And
Apparently a gay icon now.
the gays have taken the little
They have
girl
gotten
and made her.
Gotten the doll, yeah.
It's fine. The
they're
Babadook
great.
is gay. Did you know that?
That's how you make icons. If the gays get a hold of you, are officially important.
Did you know how the Babadook became gay?
No, that is, I've always wondered that.
So in Netflix's queue, they had gay and lesbian movies, and they put the Babadook in there
Babadook is
by
one-
accident.
Nice.
And someone's
one
like,
of those
yes.
old Netflix mistakes that
Yes.
they used to make often.
Yeah, and so someone was like, the Babadook under gay, he's fabulous. And so
Fuck it. Yeah, right. I like
and
it.
I see T. James wanting me to interact with the people, but King Neptune has gifted a 1-tier sub to the community, and it went to Shadow Shogun X. So there has been a subscription gifted.
Wait, we
and thank
appreciate it.
that.
No, that wasn't what I just saw something. I was like, oh,
Oh, all right.
because I hadn't seen that logo in a minute.
That
But
worked.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was a gift. We
Nice.
love gifts.
So once
here
you
at
got
the
into the
Excellence.
world-
So once I got into the world, I'm like, okay. Well, I know what's going to happen with this game. It's just I don't know how and once again, spoiler for the first episode, which if you watch TikTok, it pretty
fine.
much is.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, how are these people going to explode? Because I knew that if they were not doing the freeze tag or the stop and go efficiently, that they'd get
Shot.
They'd get eliminated from the game. I didn't know they're going to get shot. I thought they could have exploded. I thought they could have had their legs chopped off. I didn't know how gruesome it got.
Right.
But then when they started doming people, I was like, oh,
So
it's like
so doable.
it's like, oh yeah, that's happening.
Yeah.
When the mass panic that happens, where the robots just like just, pop, 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 just
Shit,
lighting
yeah.
people up, and then the people I liked were smart enough to just like, oh
Freeze.
fuck, and they're moving, but they're not moving as much as the other guys. So there's some
You
leniency.
can
in the
take
game.
some. Yeah, you don't have to move when it says green. Like you can stay put.
Right. No, but they were. It was a
Make
little
to that line
lenient.
before the time.
Because
gets
like
there.
it was going for the more movement.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So those people like fucking like, oh shit, I got blood on
Yeah.
my face, but they're not like the shiver.
They can't. Yeah.
But the thing that got me the way they did it on some of the kills, where they'd be like, and stop, and then you,
You
just
don't
hear,
know.
pop, pop, pop,
You don't know
pop.
who's getting hit.
Right.
Yeah. I
Or
know.
you just,
Yeah, they got
you just
me
pop,
too.
pop,
That
pop.
process, that's
It's brutal.
And they showed some people, and I was like, okay, yeah, there's people eating it off camera, but the ones they didn't show was like, oh fuck, because they'd show their face like, and stop. Pop,
And they
pop,
do
pop,
that shot over and over again to where it's like, okay, and you'll see someone, like it's a wide shot, and you'll see one little person like,
right,
and you're like, oh, fuck. And it'll be like a little moment, and then like, okay.
Right.
And eliminate the people who got them, and you're just like, fuck.
right.
And the way it's shot and the way it's done is kind of so, it's realistic in this surrealistic world.
Right.
It fucks with you a little bit
Right.
to where it's like, oh, God, okay.
Right. And then people just coming up with just the bloodthirsty strategies, like if you hide behind a
Fuck
person,
it,
the sensor
yeah.
can't find you. So you have a little leeway, and that's it. And then the person in front of you eats it, and you get blood
They're done.
spattered in your
Yeah.
face. And you're like, ah, shit. Oh, God.
But it's fight or flight mode, so
Right.
yeah.
And then,
And it plays on
and
that.
then you have the fucking old man who's just like, hey, fuck everything.
happy as
Which
shit.
I feel like is going to be my favorite character. Don't make any faces if
He's
he
my favorite character.
finds peril in his
Yeah,
time
no.
and the games.
no. I love those.
Yeah, the old man's
Oh.
a lovable fucker.
Right. Because he's just like, I don't give a shit. That's kind of where I want
It's
to
a great character to put in there to
Yeah.
kind of, mix the shit up.
Right.
And so, okay, I have a question since he only saw the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the issue I have with the first episode. Do you care about any of these people? First episode.
Don't care about mafioso angry guy that's beating women.
Tattoo?
Don't tattoo
Okay.
in the face. Don't care about woman too much. She's a scoundrel like all of them. Old man is tight. Main guy is fine.
Our main guy's friend,
Indian, is he Indian dude?
Yeah.
That saves him.
Ali.
Yeah, that guy. I mean, I meet him once. I'm like, man, that motherfucker have forearm strength like a motherfucker.
Yeah, dead ass, bro. He's
Strong
like,
motherfucker. He's like, "Eesh." Yeah.
Go, it's fucking all right. Go, and then I don't know who unmasked guy is yet, and then that's all. That's all the main characters. So do I care about him? Not really. If they died, I'd be like, oh man, oh old man.
You wouldn't care, right?
Oh, his
You wouldn't give a shit.
His auntie's nephew or cousin or whatever he's.
You wouldn't give a fuck.
Right, he's in debt too. Okay,
Watch
cool.
episode 2. By the end of episode 2, you will care about every last one of those
bro,
motherfuckers. Every last one of them.
So that's the thing, right? Like,
Pakistani, not Indian.
so
Yeah,
coming,
he's Pakistani.
Yeah,
I'm
Pakistani.
sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, I pronounced that right too. I'm used to that. But that's the thing,
Yeah.
because I was crunk. I think that it. I almost think that it should be mandatory. If you're gonna watch the first,
You have. That's.
You have
I'm
to,
telling you, man.
because-
So
it's
should
a
I watch
whole
it before I
different
go to
thing.
bed?
oh no, yes, actually, yes. You'll be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, because he's gonna make when you wake up, you'll finish fucking watching. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
it's
like,
that. It's everything you saw in that first one will be subverted in the second one.
But what if I don't like what it changes to?
No,
Oh, you will. It's no way you can't. Knowing you the way we know you, you will appreciate it.
So
Nobody knows me. I'm a mystery.
Tommy might say it's framed in a completely different way. Still games, so you'll be fine. Like
Yeah, you get your game.
But you'll
get your game.
You'll just
fixed.
know more.
Yeah,
You don't know me. I'm offended that you guys think you know me.
You don't know
Yeah,
me.
it's a
I'm
mystery.
different.
I'm a fucking
Special.
mystery.
edgy.
But
He's goth.
were you liking as some like what was well, especially coming in with kind of being a little bit spoiled? What was at least a little captivating for you?
Captive. That's the thing. You guys make fun of me for being a film major, but the thing is that when I see good cinematography, and good camera movement and good sound editing,
They do it with ease in South Korea. That's why I love South Korea.
But the sound editing in particular for me was fantastic. Like just the way that you hear little things, little sound effects that they use. Like when the ball dropped down, the canister of money.
Oh, yeah.
It had a real whimsical sound, and I was like, that's like from a game show / video
popping
game,
and just,
and it was like. Everything they're doing with the sound is intentional to build something.
To the moon.
Right.
It's more of
They
that.
know what they're
This like the thing that got you with that. This world looks so happy and Disneylandish,
Right.
and sound effects like that.
Right.
but yet it's the most realistic, like human to human type things, and it's the most realistic violence sometimes, most realistic emotional things. And that is such a contrast to that shit,
right?
To where it clicks so much to you, where like it makes it more terrifying. Right. It makes the whole thing more frightening,
right?
Because there's a certain point that you'll no, not a certain point. Next episode,
yeah,
the first episode paints one person as a human,
just like, one,
just one.
I've never seen one episode do so much to lose character development. It's crazy.
Oh my god,
that one episode alone does so much to where the show is. If you just go from episode 2 on, that is the tone of the show. That first episode is literally a pilot, a sample, something, a taste of like, okay, you want to watch more of this? You want more? Because the next thing we give you, when we give you the meal, you're in. Like, that's it. Like, you're done. And you'll be just like the rest of these fucking schmucks watching this shit to make it the best show ever on Netflix.
Because it does. This is what I... going into more of a review sense, and because you haven't seen it all, and it sounds like you're at the very least... You're like, cool, I'm intrigued. I left off.
I don't want to be left out at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
it is some FOMO.
And the other part is, and this is my other thing. And
we're not reviewing Venom. We're not doing that.
Hell no.
I ain't paying for that shit. If you pay for it, I'll see it.
It's the other reason why I kind of want, because I also wanted to, I'm not going to force anybody, right? But I was like, I would rather you watch it yourself, and unfortunately, you kind of have to watch it in accelerated time before you get spoiled, because there are certain aspects that would. There's one that just will take away.
Oh, it'll absolutely.
It will take
That's
away
why.
the
If you watch
entire
this, do watch it this weekend, because if you know the main twist, secret, whatever, it will ruin the whole.
How many
fucking
episodes
thing.
is this?
9.
Okay.
And one's 36 minutes.
Okay.
No,
it's easy. Trust me, you'll get through it with ease.
Dude, you'll get.
It's one of those you'll watch. You'll be like, oh shit, it's 6 o'clock already.
Oh, yeah, I got things to do tomorrow.
Motherfucker, you need to take a break. Rest this.
There's no
because
fucking
it works
time.
too much. It has to be, or you'll burn out and you'll be a fucking puddle, and we'll find you here dead, and we don't.
No.
Aneurysm and heart disease and
you
cholera.
didn't take a break.
We just can't afford you to. we can't afford you to burn out, because then you go to California for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Well, technically, I'm going to Colorado, then California.
That's worse.
I'm going to go see a Raider game.
That's good, but still. But that's what you do. You run away when this goes overload, and then you're gone for 2 weeks.
And then you guys
we have nothing
to actually
do.
do work for once. Oh my god.
No, we miss you, Sammy.
I just felt as though, but it was kind of why I've been pushing some people, because especially the people who I know would like it, right?
It's too much of a phenomenon for it not to be spoiled after like next week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're one wrong TikTok away from it being ruined.
Completely.
And it's such a good show to where
to get that full impact.
like, you don't like, and it's really one of the things where you will fuck up that impact of some of those beats if you know. So that's why I didn't want to do the spoiler today, because I was like,
give him time to watch. Yeah.
Not only give you time to watch, because you'll say now you don't care about spoilers.
This is one of those.
This is
where it
one of
makes
those
a
where
big
I'm like,
difference. Yeah.
Like, sure, hey, actually clip me out. Shoot, I'll even back.
It was the Pope. The Pope was in charge of it all.
I'll even tread back. I'll even tread back on some of it. Like really, and honestly, like if you had spoiled like visions throughout, like certain there's still a level of enjoyment to get through, right?
Right.
That's not the same with this one.
No,
Man. What
like,
did he say?
Oh no! Someone was saying I saw Venom. Just watched the end credits on YouTube, and yes, we did.
We saw those already.
We already spoiled it for ourselves,
and that did not sell me on that movie. But like, no, man, it's one of those things you'd be doing yourself a disservice. Honestly,
I do myself a disservice in many things. Don't worry, I'm used to it.
This is one of those you shouldn't.
TJ's mad about that joke.
So look, it's the only thing I could compare this to, because I'm a story junkie. Mm-hmm. To me, the most important thing in a movie, TV show is structure, story, character. Those 3 things. That makes everything. And when I write, those are the main 3 things I focus on. This thing does everything you kind of expect it to do, and yet it does. It's one of those things that subverts your expectations by kind of not doing that. By just going more in depth and more human and more, okay, let's look at this angle of this scenario, which we've seen in other things before. Mm-hmm. Let's do this and then see how this goes.
You will literally
and it does
be like,
that over and over again.
You'll be like, man, this is, it's like, when you know it's a game where people are going to die, right? You're like, there's going to be parts where you're going to be like, it's probably going to be predictable. And yes and no.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yes and no.
You'll be like, I'm following with these beats. And It's not that you're wrong. It's that the show said, but you're not right.
What it does predictable shit to where, like, yeah, you can kind of figure out some of it, but you know where the unpredictability comes from is the characters and just everything else. Yeah, everything else around what you expect to happen might happen.
Right.
Everything else ain't. Everything else is gonna go ape shit.
Let me make some bold predictions.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Go for it.
I'm just gonna go on character by character. Old man dies. You don't have to confirm any of these, mind you. These are just
we're not.
things. Okay.
Go ahead.
Old man dies gruesome death, even though we love him.
Okay.
Son in this is like a relative, right?
He's the best. Yeah. Are they cousins or friends? The old friends.
Old friend who went off to
character.
college, who got the debt, right? That
Yes,
guy that they
that's
set
it.
up in the first episode. Okay, that guy's gonna betray fucking everybody. Okay, that guy's just gonna be a dipshit. This guy's gonna be best friend, sidekick, and he'll probably die pretty unexpectedly. She's gonna betray fucking everyone. Everyone's gonna think that they're love interest, so that they're gonna be happy forever. She's gonna betray fucking everyone, and I smell it on her right now. I don't know who that guy is. He hasn't been revealed yet. So he's going to defect, I'm assuming.
You'll meet him in episode 2.
Okay. Well, I feel like he's going to defect and then, or help them and then betray them. Well, maybe not betray, but help them. And he's going to get gruesomely murdered. This guy, I think, is the guy in the suit that introduced in the beginning.
Yeah, the
mask guy.
Mask, yeah.
I don't know if that's true, but I think this is the guy who was slapping him in the face. Coin toss on whether he dies or not. I don't know. I think if he does win or if he does get the money, it's not worth it. He's scarred forever and he can't move on with his life. Can't look his daughter in the eye, and or his daughter gets sniped by the evil corporation. Those are my bold predictions.
All right. Fair. Those are very fair.
Hey, no, not bad at all, and I cannot give
Some
you...
of them may be right. Some of them
might
may
be
not.
wrong.
But you know what? You know what the most important thing of it? None of it matters. Literally every fucking thing
They
you
said
said
fuck.
means jack shit, Sammy. By the end of it,
Yeah,
everything you just said,
Bro, you'll get to that last episode and just be like,
whatever.
really?
Yeah, right. Everything I said,
All
whatever.
right, fine. One more bold prediction.
Yeah.
One more bold prediction.
That's why this shit's popular. Yeah.
One more bold prediction.
Okay.
No matter what, coronavirus still exists and is murdering everybody in
Not in
this
this
universe.
world. Not in this world. So
Okay.
we're good. Yeah,
Okay, so
right.
no
Corona sounds
coronavirus.
pleasant.
Yeah, I would actually take the Rona over this.
There's a chance.
There's a survival
It's
chance.
at least more of a chance with that.
Yeah, chance
than
of a
this shit.
friendlier death.
Holy shit.
But no,
You guys are selling this horribly to me.
no. The thing
I don't know how.
I'm already sad.
Well,
I don't need my sad.
There's
Watch
a,
sad.
You'll like it.
Sort of, like, outside of just gushing, I can get into actual criticisms in the spoiler review. But to just to give overall kind of final focus, really just crystallize what I got to say. Dude, it's an experience, and as you go through the episodes, it's one where you appreciate all of those touches that make me realize and hold myself to a higher standard a little bit. Remind me to hold myself to a higher standard when it comes to TV shows and their execution. Because to me, I'm like, this is film caliber cinematography and sound design and lighting on every gosh darn episode.
Mm-hmm. Production design.
Production design.
They
On
really need a
point.
shout out. Yeah.
What, are you searching something Squid Game related?
Nope.
Okay. I was like, don't do it.
Nope. I'm just looking up something because you're talking about quality, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about quality when it comes to American cinema is that sometimes the superhero genre has taken a lot of stuff away from what people would see as real classic good cinema, right? Like those real stories.
A lot of hardcore auteurs do not like Marvel.
Right,
Yeah.
because they're saying, there's no heart and soul to these movies or these TV
Formulaic.
shows, right?
Yeah.
You got Squid Game in here that's really doing the most footwork and showing people, you know what? You could have characters from different areas and different places coming together and, trying to overcome these financial struggles, these human struggles between each other, And, sometimes that's reflected in movies too, such as Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage. And so what I'm saying is Squid Game is, it's on TV, whatever, but the real cinema is out there in the world at your AMC. And this is a whole advertisement for Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage. It's classic
How did
cinema.
we get to this
We got, you know how we got here? You complaining about American fancy cinema? This is the highest form.
Who complained about American fancy
well, you guys
cinema?
were saying that you need a higher standard. Well, you know what? The
I
higher
said it was
standard
Of storytelling.
Have you seen Venom 2, guys? This is the American standard.
I will burn
of
this bitch to the
storytelling,
ground.
guys.
Listen,
We saw the end credit scene, and I was mad.
I'm not sold at all. Here's the thing.
No, I'm just saying. You know what? Squid Game. What was that? 8 hours? No, hour and a half, baby, of good American
garbage.
cinematography, of American action, CGI, heart,
Too American.
comedy.
Too American, Sammy. Way too American.
I just wanted to see you guys.
Take a note from
you guys
South
were so
Korea.
happy, and I needed to make sure that you remembered.
That's not going to bring me down.
You remember.
Bring me down. I'm just
No,
like.
it's more of a,
Look at Woody Harrelson.
oh, God.
Look at them guys.
So as I was saying, I like this.
Yeah.
The real Squid Game.
Okay.
I think the cinematography and the actual and the actual characterization and all those beats can be done in an 8. Honestly, it's 9. It's really 8.
It's 8.
Like there's that. I don't understand.
It's a
why they separated
36-minute episode.
But I know why they did, because the content matters like really different. But you can accomplish so much in that. And for the first time since I binged Black Mirror in one sitting, actually no, scratch that. Since I binge watched The Boys,
Great show to binge watch.
which like this was hitting the beats. And it didn't feel like it was cheapening itself the further it went on. If anything, it only gets better until you get to a certain streak of episodes where I think 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and even 4, 5, 6, and 7 are just fire. From like
9 is
9
good
is
off.
great too.
9
Like
is great. Don't underestimate 9.
like all of them lead up to like just excellence, and I really like that about it, because it just feels like they put craft and love into it. And those character moments, the fact that they still hit in the American dub is so impressive to me.
Oh yeah,
It was so
that dub is
grating.
terrible, and I still watched it again.
well,
Like,
fine. I'll watch subs. It's fine.
watch whatever. We can watch it any way you want to. You're gonna get the same gist of it.
I'm not trying to be that type.
It's worth it to me.
Yeah,
It's fine. If
yeah,
I'm gonna
like-
do it, might as well.
Yeah, no. I think you since you like Parasite, you'll have an appreciation.
Yeah, if you
for it
like
more.
Parasite,
Yeah.
you'll
I like
like.
cinema.
Because if your thing,
No, you don't.
If your thing was like,
I like cinema. I don't like movies.
because I don't think your thing has ever been you don't like subs, so you're fine. But yeah, dude, like, well, I'm not here to recommend it. We just want to make sure that we could be clear that this shit is dope. I don't know. We don't have a scale. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. It's an 11 out of 10.
Yeah, we never did the scale with TV shows, but yeah,
We need to figure it out. But
if it's 1 through 10,
We're not clever. Just out of 10.
1 through 10. What you got?
No, 1 through 10, 10,
Okay.
11. Like I there's been very few shows. I'm not kidding you. Like, that was the first time in a very, very, honestly, almost ever in a TV show that I was genuinely almost teared up. I was like, I hate this, but I love it.
So here's the thing with me. Like, I fucking went to school for screenwriting. So that's writing, all that shit, like I said, structure, character, all that shit is important to me. It's the most important thing of anything. I can have something spoiled for me and still give it a 10 just out of those 3 things, because I look at it differently. With this, it's a thing I don't want to watch it again, TJ, because it did its job. If its job was to get its point across as to what its theme is, what its point is, what it's trying to say,
Look.
it does it too well. It does it far too fucking well. And that's why I was saying, like, I want
you thought.
yeah, that's the thing. This show does like those things.
So it's like,
It really is the way I'm like, do I like this?
so do I really?
I do, because it does everything it's supposed to do, but too well. And that's the thing. With me, it's hard to do shit that I've not seen before. It's hard to make a piece of cinema or television I haven't seen before to give me a response and a reaction.
Right.
Because I know what you're trying to do, fucking 5 scenes ahead. With this, holy fuck, man. It reminded me of why we love Game of Thrones until that shitty last season. Because it did a lot of clever shit. The thing I compare it to, Jamie Lannister maybe would be the closest thing maybe I could kind of compare this to how it's a character who, first season you fucking despise, by like, not the last season, again, shit, but seasons before that, you're like, I like this guy. Like, his character arc went from here to where, like, I care about Jamie. I care about him being okay. A character I despised. I fucking hated. This kind of does, and I didn't expect to feel that way about that character. And that threw me the fuck off, which is why I love Game of Thrones so much. It's really because shit like that. This does something different, but feeling wise similar to where, actually worse to where you got into my head and you manipulated shit.
Because I was waiting,
that I don't like. I love, I respect, I don't like.
I was waiting the entire show
Yeah.
for my like actually, you know what? That's getting into spoiler area. But look, please give your rating. My apologies.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, no.
I was like, because I was gonna say something. I was like, I'll talk to you about it off camera.
So I said I don't like it. I love it because as a writer, I'm jealous as fuck of it because I want that. I want to do that all the time.
Did you never? It's
so hard.
The
do.
creative part of my brain was definitely like, I'm like, oh, dude, maybe I don't know, maybe it's because of this, but like I'm creative brain triggered after this, and I said, man, I'm pissed that someone had this idea. Like,
and I didn't.
I wish I was smart enough to do something like
come up with that shit because, like I said, it hits every predictable point you will expect it to hit. Like if you think it's gonna happen, it kind of does.
But not really.
You won't give a fuck about it because of what they do. It subverts it because you don't care. You're like, oh yeah, I was right, but goddamn, what they did was
but there's also going to be times where you're
cost?
Not right.
Yeah,
like
that's
you're also
the
not
issue.
Gonna be,
you're not going to be all right. Yeah, you're going to be like, fuck, okay,
Well,
that
I
was
feel like
far worse than before.
Stop hearing what you fucking talking about and go
It
watch
is
it.
10. I'm sorry, 10. A reluctant 10. I don't want to give this a 10, Sammy. I don't.
Well,
it did everything so perfectly right, and it mind fucked me, which is not easy to do. I don't. That's all. It's great.
all right.
It's great.
Now,
It's just great.
I have one more question.
Yes.
I have one more question. The director of this movie.
Yes. He started writing it in 2008, by the way.
What? Damn.
Yeah. He worked on this.
What Marvel movie will they steal him or her from?
It's no South Korean Marvel character.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be South Korean.
It absolutely does because Marvel only does that if you are the race of whatever
Okay,
character.
well let's talk about math breathers like myself for a moment.
Okay.
The type of writing and the type of story that this is.
Yeah.
What Marvel character would benefit from a story such as this?
Damn. Blade would actually maybe.
He needed a dark one.
Blade, yes.
So it would need to be
Blade.
dark.
Oh fuck it. This dude wrote Blade or directed, but they already got the director for Blade. But if he wrote it, anything, yeah.
No, but someone's gonna wholesale this because it's popular. So how are they gonna wholesale it? They'll make it a Marvel movie. But my thing was, if they're gonna make a Marvel movie, I want to know what kind of character, because I don't know most Marvel characters, what type of tone would benefit from a tone of this type of movie.
It would be one of the heaviest Marvel movies ever.
Creativity, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they got for the Eternals, they got an Oscar award-winning person.
I don't even do this a disservice of being like trying to tie it back to a Marvel.
Hey, he needs to make money, and so they're gonna give him $1 billion.
He's gonna make plenty of money.
Oh, you think Netflix ain't trying to get this man back
for season 2? All he has to do is say, "No, I don't want to do a season 2," and just listen for that goddamn Netflix money truck to roll the fuck up. He's good. He's set.
Netflix.
He's absolutely set.
Netflix is like, you want to get sent to the Squid Game?
Yeah, we'll make a Squid Game for you.
We have money to make the Squid Game.
Don't fuck around. Yeah,
but,
he's good. He can do this for the rest of his life. He's solid.
The only other touch point is there are. I don't think this is a spoiler. There's some other characters later on where the sub makes that dichotomy a lot better.
The subplot are you talking about?
No, the sub.
The sub. The sub of it.
Subtitles.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Cause, yeah.
I'll try.
Try it.
Dude, I've already went through it like twice, man. It's only so much my spirit can take. Like,
I just want you to see it in a different lens, because like I think that
I get what you're saying. I do want to do
irritants
that. Yeah.
would have been.
Yeah, because those add up. And that's, like I said, that's why I gave it a 10. I was going to give it a 9.5, but I eliminated it because the only flaw I had was the dub. And I'm like, well, I can't.
Fault it,
I can't fault it for that. So, yeah.
10 out of 10s from both of you.
Yeah.
Maybe even more than that. You know,
it's been a while since I've enjoyed it like that.
It's just a weird thing to me. I wasn't expecting it to be what it was. So good. And it's just like this weird thing that just kind of come in and just wrecked shit. And like, yeah, no, I'm the best bitch. And then left. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck just happened?
It really did come in.
All right.
Shake this shit.
Did not have the plan for you to be my #1 show. And I don't want it to be.
It has a country suing Netflix. Come on.
Yeah, man. Like, I didn't want this to be my #1 show of the year. And it might be. And that's the thing. I'm fighting it. I don't want it to be, but it's so, it doesn't.
Welcome to fall, bitches. Fucking doing this.
Does everything so perfectly right.
Let's get out of here. I'll go watch that second episode right now. We'll have a spoiler review for you all out there.
And Sammy will be in on it because I guarantee would have watched the whole goddamn show.
No. The reason why is, and and try not to cut in on me.
Well, you've already oversold it by about 20 minutes. So if I hate this, it's your fault.
No, my whole thing is I actually genuinely want your opinion on this, just because you usually see things in a little bit different of a lens.
Always.
Yeah. So I just
because I'm brilliant.
Okay.
I've never
I'm just reminding you.
Let him have it, man.
No, fuck it.
No, I have it. You don't let me. I own it and I keep it.
Bye. Hey, Squid Game's dope. Let's go.
It's fantastic. Let's get the fuck out of here.
What's the theme? Mexicalence.
What was that?
Wait for it. I'm Sam Gonzalez. You can find me at the Mexcellence on all forms of social media. Just find me there. Follow us on TikTok, everywhere else. TJ, where can they find you?
TJ Mano on Instagram, _ the Mexcellent, the underscore Mexcellence on all forms of social media. You'll probably see my face on those, but if you want to catch me on a little more personal time, catch me on Twitch at Alphax Phoenix.
Tony McGrew _art Instagram. That's the only place you can find my ass. Go.
We're getting out of here. You listen to the spooky music when we leave. Bye.